everybody. Good morning. I have so much hair. It's in my eyes. Like I have to brush it out. Hey, now.
Is it time for a trim?
No. It's an issue. This microphone has to be fixed, Scotty. It's wobbling. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, a little technical problem. I'm bringing you into the behind-the-scenes goings-on here at the radio station.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
You know, I just read this very small mention of me in the newspaper today. That's, you know, there was somebody... I don't even know what this means. Encore cares about karaoke. Opening night, the West 24th Street Club called in Howard Stern's personal sound guy to fix the machine.
Well, who's your personal sound guy?
But what is Encore cares about? What is Encore? It's an item that nobody would understand.
Yeah.
Most of all, me.
It sounds like some club is opening, but I'm not sure of the name.
Who's my personal sound guy?
Is that Scott? No.
I don't know.
Scott, I didn't know side job?
But where did I get a personal sound guy?
I don't know. Do you walk around worrying about the sound around you?
I don't know. Someone's going to have to elaborate. Howard Stern's personal sound guy. I mean, think about how ridiculous that is.
I've understood when you've had a personal hairdresser and a personal, you know, a stylist, but a sound person?
Are you involved in this, Scott?
I'm innocent. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I wonder what that is, my personal sound guy.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm that guy here, but I don't go outside and claim that I'm your sound guy.
I just wonder. I wonder how this story comes about. I would be fascinated.
Who worked on?
Encore cares about karaoke. Now, what is Encore?
Is that the club? It's a club.
Opening night, the West 24th Street Club called in Howard Stern's personal sound guy to fix the machine. They must be desperate.
Howard Stern's... The sound here is terrible.
They must be... Yeah, don't call him my sound guy.
Don't call me.
Yeah, I've got horrible sound. You got to fix this mic. It's like... It just starts going...
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is. You can tighten it up. Thanks.
No problem.
Mr. Cheerful.
That's me.
You got to call your personal sound guy.
Look, here it goes. There goes the mic.
It's going limp.
Woo. Wee. Yeah, it looks like my wiener after...
All right, when you take a break, I'll...
What?
When you take a break, I'll fix it.
You have to interrupt me to say, well, when you take a break, I'll fix it. I'm in the middle of a sentence. I was doing an analogy to my wiener.
I apologize.
All right, goodbye. You drain me. Really, your voice and your affect and the way you say things just is so anti-good radio. I've never seen anything like it. What is it? What is it? Because you have a mustache, you try to keep your mouth straight when you talk?
No.
No? I don't know. It is a way of speech that you have. It seems very stilted, very affected.
Really?
Really? Like a guy. Like I can't, like, really? I mean, it's like you drain the energy out of the room.
I'm sorry.
Go back and figure out how you cannot drain the energy out of the room.
Okay. I'll work on my speech.
Write an essay on it.
Right, Robin? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, you know, at first I was going to say maybe it's an on-air thing, but he does drain the energy out of a room even when he's off the air.
Well, that's really nice.
Wow, that's really nice. I mean, I've never heard anything like it.
I've always considered that part of his charm.
Thank you, Artie. At least I get a compliment somewhere.
It was left-handed, but...
Thank you, Scott. He's much better on the computer. He writes me notes, and they're fun to read. But
really?
Yeah, but when he comes into the room, you just want to hang yourself. I bet you there are more suicides committed in his presence or after people have hung out with him. Do you know anyone who's ever killed themselves?
No.
No one on your bowling team?
Can't say
No one you ever worked with?
Not yet.
No? No one's ever gone postal after hanging out with you?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I think they threatened to, but...
I think they threatened to.
Hasn't happened yet.
Right? It's horrible. Does he irritate you the way he irritates me?
I'm trying to think what the high suicide rate jobs are, and one like if a coal miner lived next to Scott, what are his chances?
0.
Come on.
I don't know. I mean, come on.
I'm kidding around.
It's true. I mean, I've never seen anybody drain the energy out of a situation.
I do that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my specialty.
It's like, I want to go home. You know what I mean? I don't want to do the show when he's in the room.
I'm leaving.
Thank you. I'll see you during commercial. You can drain me during there.
Time to go bore the hall.
What?
It's time to go bore the hall. Hello, carpet. Wake up.
He's a guy who bowls once a week, definitely.
I bowl more than once a week.
Right.
I could have been pro.
I'm on 2 leagues.
We don't even... When we do the impression of him, it's more entertaining. It's too entertaining. It's not a good impression.
Oh, yeah, you had charisma, too.
Yeah. I don't too.
It'll be taken care of.
And what is that? The breathing. I can't breathe.
I always wondered how the impression of him evolved to that with you guys, because it's not exactly him, but it's a funny version of him.
It's my pre-emphysema wheeze.
Well, listen to him talk. It always ends with... It's like this breathing thing like you got.
Oh, well.
I'll go, okay, give me 1 second.
Turn up that pot over there.
I'm trying to decide. You know, it must be the look of him and the sound of him together.
It is.
Right.
He's slovenly.
That's a double whammer.
Like a slug.
I'm like walking Valium. But I only last 3 hours.
And I love when there's an emergency in the studio. He's so slow. Like, he just will not hurry up. Like, the microphones are on the fritz or something, and you go, get Scott, and he'll just come walking in.
Oh, yeah. Never at a very crisp pace, either.
I watch turtles go past me.
You'd think he worked in another building. It takes him so long.
Yeah, right. Like where is he?
Let's see.
Here's Scott, the engineer, checking the microphone.
Hey now. Hey now.
Oh, man, I don't know. We're bringing him with us to satellite. God help me. I love the guy. His work is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here in case things get too exciting.
It's going to be weird. Like, we're going to be over in satellite, and it's going to be all unfamiliar territory, and we're going to be walking around a new building, and then all of a sudden you'll just run into Scott. And then you go, oh, okay.
And everything will fall into place.
Right.
Reality check.
And you know, the first day he's going to be like, they don't have a lot of things they need.
I told them.
The equipment isn't...
The line isn't balanced.
Yeah.
They didn't listen to me.
I have to drain the room again.
Yeah, what's up?
I think we figured out who that guy is. I don't want to give his name on the air because I'm not sure. But I think we know.
What guy?
What guy?
Your personal sound.
Yeah,
guy.
right, but I mean, like, how do I know him?
He's been up here doing things for us.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Oh.
He's a friend of Dan's, the song parody man.
Who are you talking about? My redheaded friend?
No. Somebody else.
A friend of Dan's?
Yeah.
Is my personal sound man?
I guess he claimed to be.
And why has he been up here?
He's been up here helping out with the helping out with the losers. He did.
I don't even know who that is, do I? Would I know him if I ever saw him?
He was up here with Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, he was up here with. Yeah, you would know him.
I know who it is.
He was up here with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, he was the guy from the sound rental company.
Oh, my God.
And he helped us with the losers do the mixing and everything.
My personal sound. Why do you think that he would go around saying he's my personal sound man?
I don't know if he said he's your personal guy, but he probably said that he's worked on the show and helped us out here.
Okay.
They couldn't find my number, so they called him.
Yeah.
I figured out who he is.
I've done some super sleuthing.
Yes, it was on the internet.
I'm Sherlock Coma.
I'm Sherlock Coma.
Elementary, my dear morning man.
I'm going to go back and think about this some more, see if I can come up with other culprits. Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of it.
I'm here to vanquish limp microphones and Professor Moriarty.
I'm not going to mention his name, but he's a friend of Dan's.
Watson? Watson. Uh-oh. Watson killed himself. He was hanging around with me and he killed himself. I still believe somebody must have killed themselves after hanging around with him.
No.
Big black cloud over Scott's head.
Well, that I know. Got the big black cloud.
I'm a loser.
Although a lot of my neighbors enlisted for Iraq.
Yeah, maybe whole families are wiped out. That's why he hasn't heard. They're just all gone.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Scotty.
Business. Hey, now. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2.
That's Scott at work.
1, 2, 1, 2. Big, smelly, wet holes.
No.
Hey now. Hey now.
He's testing the microphone. He's an Indian.
Hey.
You didn't know he was part Indian. Like you.
Hey.
It's his suicide dance. Right before people kill themselves, he does it. Right before the people hang themselves, Scott does the suicide dance.
Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. What is it? Hey. One.
Techno, Robin.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting little thing. You know? My personal sound guy. Crap like that bothers me.
Well, especially when you don't have one.
I got real irritated by Sal. I wonder if he has something to do with this. I get this T-shirt in the mail the other day that says Howard Stern online chat with a big picture of, on the back it says my name in big letters, and then a picture of Sal, the stockbroker, a cartoon drawing of him. Are you got anything to do with that?
No.
What is that? What is that? Why are you annoying me so much?
I don't know.
What happened there?
I try to do everything to make you happy.
What is that T-shirt?
I don't know. This guy keeps emailing me, and it got to a point where I said, look, just do whatever you want. Get out of my hair.
Just do whatever you want.
I mean, this guy...
You give him permission to make T-shirts with my name on it?
Absolutely not. I have nothing to do with that.
This is all across the back, Howard Stern.
I know, and now he wants to do the same thing with Richard, and I just stopped replying to this guy.
Well, why did you say you just said two different things. You said, I gave him permission to do whatever he wanted.
This guy said he's a big fan of the show, and he's starting an online chat.
Okay.
And he says, can I make a T-shirt with your face on it? And that's all I thought it was.
So you gave him permission to do it?
Just to put my face on a T-shirt. I didn't know he was going to put Howard Stern
Why would you do that?
I didn't know the name of the website. Because...
Why would you give somebody... I feel you're lying right now.
I'm not lying.
Why would you give somebody permission?
Why
would you give somebody permission to use your image?
Because I don't care. Nobody wants to buy a T-shirt with my image on it anyway. So I said, go ahead, do what you want. It was a fluke. When the guy said to me, I want to put a T-shirt with
did you say to him, don't put Howard's name on it?
No, because I didn't think he was going to put your name on it. If I thought he was I know better. Believe me, I know you'll hit the roof if your name's on something.
Use your brain. You don't think. And you know what it is? You like being on a T-shirt. That's fine.
I don't like being on a T-shirt. I don't care about being on a T-shirt.
Then why would you say yes to being on a T-shirt?
He's lying.
No,
he likes to be on a T-shirt.
That's not true. I don't like being on a T-shirt.
Thank you. I've had enough.
This is like a one-sided people's court.
That's it. You just gave me all the information I need. I told the guy do whatever he wants.
No.
What do you mean no? Now you're taking that back? All right. Thank you. It's done. Conversation over. Court's in recess. You've been convicted and tried.
Judge Howie has heard enough.
Judge Howie's heard enough. I don't need to hear more. That's all I needed to know.
So what's on this T-shirt now?
No, it's got my name all over it with Sal the stockbroker, and it's like I don't want that. Then people think I'm ripping them off.
Somehow.
A crappy T-shirt. Some crap T-shirt. You know what I mean? You should see this T-shirt, Artie. Even you wouldn't wear it.
No, but it is a lesson. You got to tell people. You got to tell people specifically, like 1,000,000 times, do not, do not, do not.
All right, I have it, because sometimes I have a difficult way of expressing myself. So I'm going to calm down and explain.
You have a difficult way of expressing yourself.
Right.
All right, let me hear this.
The guy sent me multiple emails. He was hounding me. It got to a point
where... He was hounding you?
Yes.
You had to open the emails?
They're sent to me.
Okay, so he's hounding you through email. No such thing as deleting it, moving on with your life. But go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear the rest of the explanation.
Look, I probably have 4 fans, so when somebody sends me an email, I'm polite to them.
You're excited about it.
Right.
Okay.
That makes sense, right, Robin?
So far, so good.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So it got to a point where I replied and said, I can't control what you do, just do what you want.
You can't control what he does. He's asking you your permission to put your image on a T-shirt.
And once again, I didn't know.
So why would you say you can't control what it is? He's asking you for permission. So you said, I can't control you, do whatever you want. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, that gives him carte blanche to do anything.
Right. So now he can use your image anywhere he wants.
But the point
You've allowed him to use it.
He can wipe his butt with my image. Right. I mean, who cares?
Well, I do, because I'm involved.
I know, and I apologize.
And you didn't ask him what he's going to put on the shirt, nothing. You just said, do whatever you want to do.
He said he was doing a website, and he was going to ask me if
you didn't ask to see the design.
You didn't want to know the name of the website?
But I was so...
You didn't want to know the name of the website? You didn't want to know anything? You said, okay, go ahead, because I don't want to be hounded. You're being stalked by your one fan.
Right. He wore me down.
He wore you down.
And I apologize.
Yeah, no. That's a lame excuse. She shouldn't have come back in here.
Yeah, that was worse than the first time.
It's a worse excuse. You got 4 emails, and that's him stalking you, so therefore you surrendered, you got raped, and you just spread your legs and took it because the guy wrote you 4 emails? You got to be friggin' kidding me.
And you couldn't resist the temptation of 4 emails.
It's just, so you gave away all your rights.
What rights? I don't have any rights.
All right. Well, you gave away my rights.
I'm sorry.
And you didn't ask the guy the name of the website.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so.
That's smart. You know what? You're a very good businessman.
Howard,
I can see why you were a successful stockbroker.
He's taken the time to open these 4 emails, but he doesn't care what they say.
Right.
I do care what they say.
He got excited that he got an email.
Yeah.
So he just said, please do whatever you want.
I said, please, please.
Yeah, do whatever you need.
Please put Howard's name on it to piss him off. That's what I want.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
That's essential. You don't think.
You said do whatever you want. You got a maniac emailing you, obviously.
Now he's a maniac.
You do whatever you want.
This guy.
He's not a maniac. You're a maniac.
I'm a maniac. Now I'm a maniac.
Yeah, you're a maniac.
All right. Very good.
You're insane.
All right. Good. I'm going to go kill myself today. All right? Will that make you feel better?
You do whatever you have to do.
Good.
Just like you told the guy.
I'm going to tattoo your name on my chest and jump off a bridge.
All right. Thank you.
He doesn't understand, once again, how he wound up in trouble.
Yeah. What did he do? Did nothing wrong.
Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. He can't say no. No is not... The email that says no, he can't write.
What?
Do what you got to do.
Can't he say no? He's afraid he'll lose that fan if he says no.
Yeah. He didn't want to lose his fan. And I like how he always throws Richard Christie in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Notice there isn't a Richard Christie one. Just a Sal one.
He's always got to bring up another name. Deflection.
Yeah. Sal was excited to see a cartoon drawing of himself.
Do what you want.
What was that song by the Mamas and the Papas? Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
Go where you want to go and do what you want to do.
That's Sal's theme.
Say what you want to say.
Right.
That's his outgoing message.
All right. Who else can I pick on this morning?
Who else is out there?
Who's within my sight? Who else has done something wrong?
It's all quiet.
Can't get anyone in my sights.
I can solve the issue.
Look who... What?
I can solve who your personal sound man is.
Who's that?
I'll come in a second. I'll tell you.
No, tell me on that thing. You're funnier on that.
Okay. The song parody man just showed up here. He was telling me Saturday night that he has some friends who own a karaoke bar, or his cousin's friend owns a karaoke bar. They called him at like midnight because it was their opening, and the system was down, and he ran over and he fixed it. And then he left.
Dan did?
Yes.
So Dan, the song parody man, is my sound man?
Well, he said he didn't tell him he was your sound man, but they knew he worked for you, and maybe that...
How would they know he worked for me?
Well, he's here. You want to ask him?
How do they get that information?
I don't know. He's here, and you can ask him. I don't know the answer. You want me to go ask him before he comes in?
No, I don't care.
Someone's coming in the set.
I'm just curious. So Dan, the song parody man, fixed the karaoke machine. He never told them that he works with me, but somehow...
Well, I think that his cousin... or a friend of his cousins called and they knew that he worked here at times, but that's not why they called him. Does that make sense?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Baba Booey. That was Baba Booey. You ever get one of those moods, you know?
Oh, I see you're in it.
How does Dan explain...
I knew this wasn't over.
Hold on, I'm going to make this easy. You ready?
I'm just confused how people conduct their lives. I have a different way of doing things.
Dan, how did they know that you worked with Howard?
Okay, this wasn't anybody related to me. I got a phone call at midnight from a friend.
Just how do they know that you work for Howard? That's the question.
I got the person who called me to ask me to come fix it knows that I work here, so they obviously told their relatives who run the karaoke bar, oh, this guy's good, he works for Howard Stern, and that's the only assumption I can make. I basically walked in there,
enough. Thank you.
fixed him.
All right, that's enough. He overtalks.
We got it. I got the answer.
We got it. Thank you, Dan. I mean, assumption. Well, all right. Okay, there you go. Now we got to the bottom of the story. See?
Turns out to be no story at all.
No story whatsoever. We'll be packing our bags today, thanks God. We'll be doing that. You'll help us pack our bags. I got to get out of here. I can't wait already. I got to get out. Some press release came out yesterday about subscriptions going through the roof over where we're going. And did you happen to see that?
No, I didn't.
Let me see if I can find it. It was really, you know, that's great. Everyone's coming with us. Well, not everyone, obviously, but a lot of people are. And that makes me feel good.
Excellent.
Because I'm really working hard to make this thing the greatest thing ever. And I just don't stop working on it. I love it. I'm enjoying myself like I never have before. And I'm ready to leave here. These creeps cleared. You know, everyone is so panicked. I was seeing that the competing satellite company, XM, now is all freaked out about Sirius's subscriptions. They're planning a big fourth-quarter advertising campaign.
I've noticed an increase in their advertising lately.
Yeah, those are my apartment. What do we do next? What do we do next? I said, what do you do next? I don't know what to tell you to do next. I don't know what to tell you. In other words, they wanted to make me an offer to come over there. And then the guy turns to me and goes, well, what do we do next? Maybe we should have another meeting. And my agent would say, what are you meeting about? Well, you know, I guess what you would do is make us a formal offer. Well, we'll have another meeting. The meetings, they got no shortage of over at XM. There's a meeting for everything. And I said to my agent, I don't know what these guys are doing. They're doing some sort of weird dance. One day, 7 guys piled into my apartment. 7 of them. And I'm sitting there and bringing out, they got booklets on why they're the best. And
they're doing a whole presentation.
Yeah, with color charts. You never saw a presentation like that. I'm sitting there going, I'm ready to fall off my couch. I'm so bored. And I go, this is some group to throw in with. Some of the programming people looked like they were going to fall asleep during it. I mean, you had to see. I mean, the energy. Talk about the energy being sucked out of a room. Wow. And they finished up this 2-hour presentation. They flew in a friend of mine, Yarmon, and who I love. But I at the end of the presentation, I was like, they go, so what do we do next? This is after 74 meetings. What do we do next? I said to my agent, these guys are not for real. What do we do next? I mean, what would you do if you wanted to buy someone's services?
Right.
What do you mean, what do we do next?
They act as if they've never been in this situation before.
What do we do next? Well, let's see. What do we do next? Why don't we have a board of directors meeting? We'll figure out what to do next. The first time they offered me a job 5 years ago, they offered me something. They said, well, we have to go to the board of directors about this. And it was not an extraordinary deal of any kind. And I said, okay. And I didn't hear from him for a month. And after it was announced in the paper, that I had signed with Infinity Broadcasting, they called up and said, listen, we met with the board of directors. They've okayed the deal. And I said to my agent, do they read the newspaper? I mean, it is the broadcast. I mean, it's all over the paper that
right,
it re-signed.
Quietly done.
I've talked on the air. How do they... Like they got to be kidding, right?
They were in a meeting when the paper came out.
They were in a meeting when the paper came out. That's maybe an explanation that I could not figure out. So now they're going to do a big advertising push. Well, let me tell you something.
Well, now they figured out what to do next.
You got to understand something. You got to understand the history of satellite. The company we're going to, Sirius, the company we're going to got in the game late. And when I signed, they were only at 600,000 subscribers. Now they're going to be upwards of 3 million. Now, XM is ahead, and the reason is when they were the first company, they signed a deal with General Motors, the car company. The only thing they got going right now is when someone buys a new GM car, they just automatically install that in the car.
Right.
So people can convert that for like $100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not impossible to get.
Yes, that's the point. And the thing is now, because they had that deal with GM, so that's why their numbers have gone up. But once all the car dealerships that Sirius has, once those deals really start manufacturing, go into effect, like Ford and all them, game over.
Mm.
You know.
Plus, I told you, I was with a friend at a GM dealership. The guy had no idea who I was. I was just sitting there listening to what was going on, and he says, as soon as the satellite comes up, he goes, we don't have Howard.
Yeah.
That's what they said. They get really sad, and they start to speak in low tones.
I know. Well, you know.
Oh.
What can I tell you? Hey, Eddie.
Hey, how you doing, Howard?
Hey, brother.
Pretty good. Hey, Artie, Robin, Fred, how you doing? Listen, Howard, I hooked up my Sirius. I called in. It was so easy to put it on. I called in. I got a great...
I'm surprised. I heard something they do something like that, and I'm surprised. That's how Jack LaLanne went out of business, or whatever. Not Jack LaLanne. There was one, I remember, an exercise, a gym.
Exercise place, yeah.
Vic Tanny, I think. Used to give, years ago, a lifetime membership. But that's great. That's great. Good for you, Eddie.
I know.
Good for you.
It's great, man. It's great.
Good for you.
You know, I got you ready, Howard. I'm ready. I'm going with you, man. My brother gave it to me for Christmas as a birthday present, and I'm all the way. I'm going with you guys, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing you.
You were born on Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It's Jesus on.
Tell me more about your life.
Well, I was upstairs. I did the limbo.
Oh, yeah.
With high pitch. So now Irish John named me Eddie Sachs.
I said to them over there, I said, lifetime subscription, you should only give that to 90-year-olds. How old are you?
I'm going to be 38.
Yeah, what's your life expectancy? Let's see, what are you, Hispanic?
I'm Hispanic, yes, sir.
Yeah, you live in an impoverished neighborhood?
Oh, yeah, I live in, I actually live in the Bronx, and it's a nice neighborhood. It's not too bad, you know.
He doesn't have much time.
Either you'll be killed in a gang war, or so maybe you'll live to 50 if you're lucky. All right, so now I understand why they gave you a lifetime subscription.
I don't come out of my house. Once I go in, I don't come out.
Oh, boy, you see? Well, maybe with the lack of air, the lack of oxygen, you'll drop soon.
I actually know Eddie. He delivers downstairs. He's a produce guy.
Yes, very nice guy.
Yeah, I deliver to Noble, Howard, your favorite place.
Yes, I know you. I know who you are. I've got my eye on you. Now that you have a lifetime subscription, I got to make sure you're not too healthy. Thank you.
Right. Thanks a lot, Howard. Bye-bye.
Right.
Howard.
A lot of Hispanic guys have trouble saying Howard. They can't put the D at the end. And we worked with a morning guy here who used to be on the Spanish radio station on the AM, and it's one thing, okay. He named his son Howard, and he called him Howard. I said, why would you name your son Howard if you can't pronounce it? What do you mean I can't say Howard? I go, it's Howard. That's not how I say. I say Howard. All right. Listen, another thing that doesn't make sense to me. Put that on the heap right next to the guys at XM. What do we do next? What do we do next? You mean I got to tell you what to do next? What is this, a dance?
Do you want me or not?
What are we, 2 13-year-olds? Do you want me? My legs are spread. Now give it to me. Howard. I love how, like, you Panero goes around saying, oh, well, there was a good deal for Howard, but a very bad deal for Satellite. I'm like, oh, okay. Real bad.
Seems like the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, it seems real horrible. There are 2 types of men. There's a guy who is in a room with a gorgeous woman and says, can I kiss you? And then there are those that kiss. They just go in and kiss. I prefer to be with the guy who kisses me, not the one who asks. Just lay it on me. Move in for the kill.
Make your move.
Make your move, douchebag. What do we do next?
Take a chance.
I'll tell you. Oh, kiss me. Take me.
I'm ready.
It turns me on. Bad Business 101.
Oh, yeah, sweetheart.
And this moron who runs Clear Channel, I'm listening to him on C-SPAN, somebody sent me, or ESPN, some one of those.
Maybe on C-SPAN.
I don't know. Lowry Mays' son, Mark Mays, his dad put together Clear Channel. Now he's got a job. Now he's an expert on radio. He's actually going around promoting that it's not fair. This is Clear Channel that owns every radio station in the country.
They're going to talk about fairness?
They go, it's not fair. If you listen to this, with all their connections, they're probably trying to get George Bush to put this through. Thank God George Bush is in so much trouble. I don't think he's too busy trying to save his presidency.
Can't listen.
Yeah, but anyway, he's going around saying, you know what, it's not fair. Not fair.
Was it fair to buy up every concert venue?
Yeah, he goes, it's really not fair that Satellite isn't regulated by the FCC, the speech. And to make it a level playing field, a level playing ground, they have to regulate Satellite. You notice how all of a sudden these guys are scared of Satellite? One reason, and one reason only. Hello. They never used to worry about it. They used to let their employees work on it. Bubba the Love Sponge was telling me he used to be on Satellite and be on Clear Channel at the same time. Right. They could have cared less.
But they kicked you off the air.
They kicked me off the air. Now they want a level playing field.
They didn't want it level for you.
You don't hear broadcast television going, oh, you have to regulate cable.
Cable, right. They never said that.
Yeah, but because it would have been laughed out of the box. The whole thing's a joke. The whole industry, all they're talking about is me and my move to Satellite. And I love it. I love that the mighty Clear Channel sitting there begging the government to regulate Satellite.
How is that not fair? It's a pay service.
Yeah, it's a pay service.
Well, it's not fair because they've had an open door to people's wallets.
Well, let me tell you something. They've had a monopoly. He comes from a background where his dad handed him everything. So he's like, well, wait a second. Well, that's what they do. They chum up to government officials and try to make things fair for them.
Right.
What do you mean, how is it fair? People have to pay for where I'm going. How's that fair for us?
Right. It's not free airwaves that were given to you.
We got to create a whole new universe. I love how suddenly they're worried that they're being disadvantaged. His father gave him a company. He has no clue what to do with it. It's his father who's the brain.
Well, it's just sitting there raking in the cash, and now he sees the threat of competition. He's like, oh, we've never had that before.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's not fair.
We don't want to compete. we want our pal George W. to somehow regulate these guys out of the industry.
That's right. We don't need competition in this industry.
We're getting nervous. Between the 2 satellite services, there's already over 8 million people subscribing. Wasn't the line no one's going to pay for radio? Now all of a sudden there's 8 million people paying. And watch it double and triple. And quadruple. Because it's not fair. You got to level the playing field.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 you big baby. That's what we'll do. We'll regulate everything so you can have a level playing field.
I might not get any richer.
Yeah, the guy's only worth $12 billion.
Well, I think, we've always viewed ourselves as very responsible broadcasters, and that's really what we focus on. We do think...
Good, be responsible, which means bow to the government.
Is that the son of Mays?
Yeah.
that creating a level playing field for that indecency is critical from the perspective if you're going to allow one content provider a different series.
Yeah, well, then shouldn't we regulate the Internet? He's not worried about that. He's only worried about one name, Howard Stern. Period, end of sentence.
That's right. If he can't use you, nobody should be able to.
Right.
You should just be drummed out of the business.
Well, that's what he was saying after he fired me and didn't pay me. He said that Viacom should have to fire us, too.
Absolutely.
And then when I signed with Satellite, now he says that Satellite should have to be regulated. Well, why not regulate the Internet based on that, Mr. Mays? Maybe we should regulate everything so you can have a fair playing field, so that you can get even richer. You know what? Let's see the future. Here's my prediction. Your radio station's worth $0. What do you think of that prediction? $0.
Well, they should level the playing field.
Howard Stern's ridiculous. I don't think our stations are in any danger of being worth $0. Let's see. I can't wait to say the F word. Let's F and see. I'll be saying the F word in 46 shows. 46 shows from now, I'll be saying the F word.
We've always thought of ourselves as responsible broadcasters.
No, you haven't.
Or sets of content versus another content provider. In other words, you're going to allow satellite radio or to go out and broadcast the Howard Stern show, or you're not going to allow us to. Then you have to create some...
No, you took me off the air because you bowed. You're going to allow them to broadcast the Howard Stern show? You're not going to allow them to broadcast...
You're going to fight for your rights.
You know what he wants? He wants a baseball game where the umpire roots for one team.
Right.
Him. Dude, it's a pay service. Get it through your head. The United States Constitution protects that. It's a pay service. People have the right to bring it into their home. And not only that, you can block out my channel if I offend you.
Worry about your own programming.
Yeah. You're an open-air broadcaster. You've got to deal with different rules than we do. Ha, ha, ha. Go F yourself, you frigging spoiled rich brat.
And they're the rules you agreed to.
You've been handed everything in life, including a company. Go F yourself.
That would be like if I went to the store and picked up Playboy or Penthouse magazine that I bought for myself, that it would be regulated.
Yeah, it should be regulated. It should be made more like Time magazine because they play by the rules.
Yeah, or People.
Right.
Or any book.
Right. Well, let's regulate books. What he's really saying is Howard's too popular. It's not fair. Howard's bringing people over.
I would hire him, but they won't let me.
Yeah. They let you. You didn't have to fire me.
Wham, wham. Again, it's the wham.
Oh, because he's used to getting everything he wants. His dad made him that promise when he was born. Son, he held him in his arms. I'm going to give you my empire. But, Dad, your empire, it's crumbling.
But they won't let us have Howard Stern.
Yeah, everything's about Howard Stern. Mr. America suddenly woke up to the threat of satellite. I love it. You're all squirming. I love it.
He seen you sitting at home twiddling your thumbs.
Yeah. Oh, he would have liked me fired. Oh, I can't wait to use the word sea-sucker on the air.
Yeah, he decided not to broadcast you, not them.
Yeah.
Well, he did broadcast, and then when the heat hit his little feeties, he threw us off.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Howard? How you doing?
Hey, brother.
I can hear it in your voice. You can't wait to go to satellite.
I cannot wait.
Why don't you just go now? Just quit and go now. Let's get it going.
I can't.
Let's do that.
Why can't you?
Why can't I quit? Because I have a contract and I'm honoring it. Although I see there's a way for me to get fired. Listen to this.
What's that?
I just read this. This is funny. We got to find out what happened. Infinity spokeswoman Karen Mateo has confirmed that Greg Henson and Michelle McCormick, the midday team at Infinity FM Talker WKRK Detroit, I think that's what we're on, have been off the air since the end of their shift on Wednesday, September 28th, in connection to some questionable comments made during the show. The remarks were reportedly directed at Tic Tac, the night host at Clear Channel's Crosstown CHR Pop WKQI.
There's somebody named Tic Tac on the air?
Yeah, and I guess they goofed on him. They must have said something weird.
What did they say?
I don't know. Who knows what they said about him? I don't even know who Tic Tac is.
Let's talk about Tic Tac.
So if I could just get a transcript of that and insult Tic Tac, if he wouldn't mind, then I guess if I insult Tic Tac, I'll be fired.
Tic Tac. Wow.
No, I'm a man who honors his contracts. Infinity Broadcasting has been my home for 20 years. I am an honest guy. I'm a forthright guy. I am not going to sit there and try and get myself fired or be up to shenanigans.
You honor your contracts. You expect other people to honor theirs.
Yeah, the only people who honor contracts these days are the radio talent and Infinity. They've always honored my contracts, and I admire that, and I'm not going to screw them over. I'm a man of my word.
Hey, is Tom back today?
No, and I got to find out what's going on now.
Oh,
Let me take a break. And then I'll check into that situation, okay?
Because, Howard, hold on a second. They bleeped that guy when he was talking about that lifetime subscription.
Oh, they bleep everything. They don't know what to bleep. They bleep there's so much censorship.
Everything is indecent and obscene.
Everything's indecent. They're worried that someone will hear a word about satellite. Forget it. I'm going. It's all over the newspaper. It's over.
I guess the only chart XM didn't bring was their checkbook to your apartment that night, huh?
Nah, it wasn't even that. It was just like they were doing this dance where they're convincing me what a great company it is. And I go, okay, great.
Now what?
Now what? The guy says to me, now what? I go, I don't know. Do whatever you want.
He's not supposed to be the now what guy. You are.
Why'd you take off yesterday, Howard, if you don't go to Temple? What's the deal? What are we doing there?
Hey, brother.
Don't tell me, brother, all right? Because that's why you ain't quitting, because you want the money. You ain't going to leave those greenbacks on the table.
Dude, I'm getting way more money.
You're honoring your contract, okay? Don't blow smoke up my ass.
What?
He's saying that Jews are only in it for the money. Well, let me tell you something, douchebag.
That's why you're quitting. You wanted to quit 6 months ago. You're not leaving that money on the table.
Well, let's poke a hole in your logic then, since I'm a cheap Jew.
I didn't call you a Jew, okay? I asked you why you took off
I would take the implication.
And you go to Temple.
Yeah,
so why do you need the day off?
The implication you're making is that I'm staying here for the money. The money is...
Why don't you go there then? Quit.
I don't. I honor my contracts.
You don't honor nothing. What about all your fans? You're not honoring them that they can't get serious. How about them?
Well, what do you want from me? I have to leave. I don't have an opportunity to broadcast. I don't care. I honor my fans. I don't put out coffee mugs and crap. Get off my phone.
I can't get you on Sirius.
Good. I don't want you there.
Shut up.
Oh, my God.
Shut up. Shut up.
That was a strange phone call.
Yeah. Wow.
Shut up.
What logic that guy had.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm staying here for the money?
You're picking up every penny, but there's more pennies over there.
They've taken all the money out of this situation. We've been canceled everywhere because of indecency. Hey, anyway, we got to take a break. We'll come back and we'll find out about Tom Trisano. I don't know anything what's going on there.
Hey, he's not here, huh?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I want to check into everything.
Yeah, we got to check in on that because I haven't any information either.
But first, these words.
Hey, stuff on primetime television like Howard Stern.
Come on! Yeah! I love it. Come on, let's get it over with. It's 46 shows left here, but one more down the drain today, so let's call it 45. It's time. We're packing our bags later in the show.
Hello, Gary. This is Riley Martin, author of the book The Coming of 10. I have information concerning the flood down in New Orleans and other places along that Gulf Coast. And I think Howard and I should discuss it a little bit. So why don't you guys give me a call? Take care. Give my love to everybody. Best wishes to Robin and all the crew, okay? Take care now. Bye.
So, Riley, let's assume... Good morning, Riley.
Good morning, Howard.
I got your message. That's why I'm calling you. Let's assume that you're telling the truth, that you have been abducted by aliens on numerous occasions. You have learned the secrets of the universe from aliens, as you say, the coming of 10.
Yes, the coming of 10.
Why do you call after a disaster? Why don't you call before?
Well, because you've got enough soothsayers and doomsayers in the world, Howard. I did not sign on to be your psychic friend.
No, but it doesn't make sense.
All I'm saying is that if you read my book, you will find that all of these things that are coming to pass has already been written in the book.
But this is why people have trouble believing your story. You're good at calling up after a disaster to
I
warn
wrote
us.
the book 16 years ago. You will find all these things written in the book that was written.
What are you calling to say now? People should get out of New Orleans?
No.
Yeah, what information do you have about the floods?
These storms, the intensity of these hurricanes and these floods are a direct result of humanity itself. That is, we're putting hydro and fluorocarbons and methane into the atmosphere at a drastic rate, heating up the air, letting through...
but we knew that.
Yeah, UV rays at the ozone that's warming up the waters is causing these terrible storms.
But we know that already. What are you telling us that's new?
Apparently the world does not know it because it's not going to alternate energy sources. It is not making drastic steps to alter this circumstance, and it's only going to get worse. Now, as far as those dear people down in Louisiana and Mississippi and around...
How is this new information, though? This is not new information. This is the information that many environmentalists have been saying, that the ozone layer is being depleted.
Well, I am to a great extent reiterating it, but if you'll let me get back...
Give us some specific information.
If you'll let me get back to the flood.
Get back to
now, where it is a terrible and tragic thing.
Yes.
The flood is a tragic thing. Nonetheless, this is going to be a new birth, a new dawning for that city. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because
it's been
the government has allotted a lot of money to rebuild. The whole city has got to be rebuilt. People who did not have a house will get one. People who did not have a job will get one. It's going to be for like 3 or 4 years.
Right.
Then they are going to become productive, tax-paying citizens and all this.
I understand.
Consequently,
hey, Riley,
the money that the government doesn't steal.
Riley.
You can't mean that's the information you called us with.
Is that the information you wanted to tell us? By the way,
among other things.
Hey, by the way, Riley, I've got this is fantastic. And by the way, everyone should go to thecomingoftan.com. But I understand you were contacted on the phone by aliens the other day. I have the tape of it. I'd like to play it now so people can hear it.
Do you remember that call?
Yeah, you understand. You guys are totally mentally challenged, I suppose. But play it if you wish.
Okay, here we go.
Mentally challenged.
Hello?
Yes, can I speak with Riley, please?
Yes, who's calling?
Riley, this is Meatzorp. I'm a Targzician from the Blumpkin Galaxy. What are you laughing for? Have you been drinking?
Who are you?
We've had a meeting, Riley, and we've decided that you're maybe not the best representative of us aliens.
Do you understand that you're wasting my valuable time with this asinine bull?
Is this Riley Martin? I am Bukaki from Planet Sphincteroni.
I know who you are and what you are, and you are wasting my time.
Riley, can you hear me? I am Harry Tate from the Planet Bullseye Car.
You have stomach problems. Sometimes there's blood in your stool from alcoholic imbibing.
Keep talking. I'm stroking my hydrogen rod. I love your voice.
And various other things. Nonetheless, the world is dying, and you are trying to do a skit.
Have you ever sucked an alien?
And
may we probe you again, Riley? You are ripe for probing.
Listen to me very carefully. When you hang up this phone,
quack, 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 quack,
you will feel a squeezing in your heart region.
Riley, there is a television missing from Planet Bukaki. We are going to investigate this immediately.
I knew we shouldn't have picked a drunken black guy to spread our message.
Oh, no, they called us back.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, is this, Raleigh? Is this Raleigh?
Who's this?
This is, an alien from a retarded planet.
From now? for the next 24 hours, let it be upon you that you will understand that you are with something that's greater than you know.
I would like to ask you, are you dumb?
Bastard. Now, go away. Hello?
This is Bahabio, the gay alien.
Oh, come again?
This is Bahabio, the gay alien.
Can't hear you.
I gave you the anal probing last year.
Hey, man. You're toast. You idiots.
Wow, I guess you really are in touch with the alien.
Hey, listen,
well, that was fun.
I love when Coos call him, he hangs up.
Yeah, you have some nerve. How do you know this weren't real aliens? What was the tip-off?
Yeah, Howard. I don't mind you guys having fun, man, but the world's in a lot of trouble. You have to understand. that you are not exempt nor safe from what's going to happen to your ass. You know, I mean, none of you are exempt or safe from what's coming down on you, man. And so you should try to learn something. I mean, I understand you like to have fun and what have you. But sometimes you should begin to listen a little bit.
You think they're going to rebuild New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna rebuild it. And people who did not have a job are gonna have a job.
I've been in touch
and
with...
a lot of them are gonna have houses.
Excuse me, I've been in touch with the aliens, and they say New Orleans is going to change drastically.
What's going to happen?
You don't care.
Because you think that you are omnipotent because you got some bucks.
No. You know, you using the F word.
And you want to make fun of these poor people?
We're making
fun of you, not poor people.
We knew they were rebuilding New Orleans.
Yeah, we already knew that. We were waiting to hear some new information from the aliens. You know.
Yeah, it's going to get worse, Howard.
There you go.
That's going to get worse.
All right, listen, everyone go to Riley Martin's website.
Can you tell us where the next spot will be so that we'll be prepared?
Let me ask it in aliens.
Okay.
Where would the next hot spot be?
We got more storms coming. Don't worry about it.
So you're not going to help those people get out before it hits either?
No.
Right, but look for a rash of new diseases and things of this nature to break loose.
The bird flu?
Bird flu?
Not necessarily just the bird flu. There'll be other diseases that will migrate across to humans and things of this nature. Many of them have been planted among third world countries to kill off a number of the people.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The aliens are coming through and they say it's going to get cold this winter.
You know what? I think Riley goes to the movies and then he comes back with these predictions.
Yeah, John Travolta and such.
No, otherwise, I know that I'm paying $3 a gallon for gas.
Right.
And the gas companies are making 4 times more money now than they ever made before.
That's true.
You guys should try and keep an eye on these type of things because we are being shafted, robbed.
Who's planting the illnesses?
Killed.
All right, listen, Riley.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell everybody for more information on all of this stuff, and to get your book, go to thecomingoftan.com. That's really the true message.
Right. Spell like suntan. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Get that book.
And
Riley, who's planting the viruses in
come
the
on.
other countries?
We go to the website, Robin, for Christ's sake. Hey, Riley.
Yeah.
And find out from the aliens who Jodie Foster's baby's daddy is. I want to know. All right. Thank you, Riley.
Hey, thanks, man. Take care.
Find out if Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore are really married.
Thank you.
Sure. Take care now.
All right. Riley, by the way, we're going to have him over to do it. He's finally going to get a half hour.
And you'll be able to tell everybody all this information.
I'm gonna
you're going to give me a half hour, man?
Yeah, I really am.
Hey, beautiful.
All right. Later, brother.
Yeah. Right. Take care.
Right.
Beautiful.
You're having fun.
Yeah, I mean,
there are people dying, man. You've got a house.
You think you're omnipotent.
I like when he goes,
hello, This is Riley Vaughn.
Like you don't. You could just say.
You got to have the whole name. This isn't Riley. It's Riley Vaughn.
You could just say,
"Hi, it's me."
Yeah. You know.
With that voice.
Him and High Pitch Eric. You know, it's like.
Yeah.
Hi, it's High Pitch Eric. I like when he goes, you don't know what's going to happen to your ass.
We'll be back right after these words. Carry my stuff. I don't want to carry it.
Right. Well, maybe you can get those cheerleaders to do it.
Maybe I'll get them, the 2 cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Who got caught. Gary, get them for this show. Those 2 cheerleaders.
Thank you.
I think it's hot that 2 NFL cheerleaders were doing each other in a bathroom and then got into a fight with chicks because they were interrupting their sex.
Yeah, because, it was angry chicks who were hot. Like, you...
Those 2 chicks are hot.
It's not the same old that you hear on old...
Anyway, so I'm not going to play the rest of this, but anyway, there is a leak.
Who is that talking right now?
Tim Sabian.
Oh.
That's why I like the news. 50 Cent is coming in today. Simon
I've been
Cowell.
reading a lot about him.
Did he?
Yeah. Did you know he doesn't drink or smoke?
I'm sorry for him.
Simon Cowell? What kind of rapper is that?
Hey, before we get to 50 Cent, Richard and Sal were in Texas, in Dallas.
Oh, yes, they traveled again this weekend. I saw the suitcases in the hall on Friday, and I thought, it's another weekend on the road with the boys.
They were doing stand-up. And Cliff Pallet shows up to all that stuff.
He loves it when anybody from the show goes to Texas.
He shows up at all your appearances, right, Artie?
When I went to Dallas, he was with me throughout 2 shows and a signing, and almost came to dinner with me and Dana.
Cliff, you live for the dudes coming to your show, coming to the shows and letting you backstage, right?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
He loves it.
I mean, there's nothing going on in his life unless somebody from this show is coming to town.
So Sal and Richard go out and do these appearances. They do stand-up, and I guess they bring Gary the retard.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I heard last time they dressed him up in a Nazi uniform, and Gary was yelling out Sieg Heil.
Oh, jeez.
And
he has no idea what he's doing.
And I told Sal and Richard I thought that was wrong. I think they stopped doing that. I mean, I just thought it was wrong because Gary doesn't know what he's even doing.
I mean, they could get him beat up, and he still won't know why he's being hit.
One of the reasons we did that is just because I needed a new set of clothes. So this is actually the outfit Gary was wearing that night. So I paid for the outfit because I knew I could wear the clothes after he was done with it.
That's nice.
Actually, Howard, it was Gary's complete idea to be Hitler. We had nothing to do. Yeah.
You videotaped that. I want to put that up.
How could it be his idea?
Because it was ours.
I want to put that on demand.
Oh, you should. It's sick. And Bob Levy, who was a Jew, had no idea we were bringing out Hitler to the stage. So Bob goes, let's hear it for Gary the retard. And all of a sudden, this retarded Hitler gets on stage.
Bob didn't know who it was at first. Yeah. He was, like, shocked.
Did Cliff Pallet hang out with you guys all weekend?
All weekend. We actually filmed a little movie with him.
What's that called?
Cliff Paletti, Private Dick.
Yeah.
Where's that movie?
We're editing it now. It's great.
It's the story
suitable for on demand?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. What's it about?
It's the story of how Cliff Paletti turns into Clef Palate. The changing of the voice.
Looking forward to that. All right, anyway, so the boys were in Dallas, and they went down to where John F. Kennedy, the president, was shot.
Right. Dealey Square?
Dealey Plaza.
Yeah, so let me play you some of that. Let me see what I got here. In this first clip, this is just an intro, I guess. All right, here we go.
I'm here with angry people at the Dealey Plaza where King got cut station. I'm going to ask people how they feel about Kenny at cut station and how it made the city so
What'd he say?
Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like Walter Cronkite.
What'd he say?
Wow.
He says he's going to interview people at Dealey Plaza about Kennedy's assassination and about your move to satellite.
Whoa.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
Hi, I'm Kip Pallet on asking question. What was it when Kennedy got shot?
I didn't really understand the question, but I think you said, what was I doing when Kennedy got shot?
Yeah.
I was only 3 years old, so I really just vaguely remember it.
Okay, thanks. And another question, how was the impact by Kennedy's head taken?
How was I impacted by it?
Yeah, what?
Well, Kennedy was like for the people. He was like for the people's president.
Okay, thanks. And how big are the balls?
What?
How big are the balls?
I didn't understand what you said.
How big are the balls? And you ever had a gay appearance?
How big are my balls? Is that what you said?
And have you ever had a gay appearance?
A who?
A gay appearance.
Gay opinion? Nah, I don't know nothing about no gays, man. I don't know. No. Gay opinion? I don't know nothing about it. You talking to the wrong man. I'm strictly for the women. I don't do the gay thing, brother. You're going to have to talk to somebody else about that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hey, Cliff.
Yeah.
You like being an interviewer, I sense.
Oh, yeah, I have fun doing it.
Yeah. All right, so here you are again. Oh, I see. And this is Gary the retard in Cleft Palate now. So Gary came with you to this. Did you have any kind of emotional feeling when you saw the place where the president was shot?
Yeah, so yeah.
Well, he was telling me he was in school just blocks away. He was like 10 years old when it happened.
Yeah, I thought one of the bullets hit your mouth. That's how you got the way you are. There was that.
It was a ricochet. It was the same bullet.
The same bullet that went through Kennedy. Went into Cliff Palate's mouth.
I know.
What do you think about the president? I don't think it's fair when they shot the president here.
You don't think it's what? Fair?
I don't think it's fair when they did to the president.
Oh, me neither.
That's stupid. That's the only good president we had. The other president we have is nothing but a piece of
Which president is that? Lyndon Johnson?
Yeah. I don't like him either. Yeah, and I don't like President Bush either.
Yeah.
What do you think about Bush?
No comment.
No comment? What do you think about Bush?
I don't like Bush.
He doesn't like Butch.
He doesn't like Butch.
Yeah.
What about the president?
I don't like President Butt.
President Butt?
President Butt.
President Butch.
All right, so the boys weren't done having fun. This Cliff Palate went around and talked to more people.
Now was the impact by Kenny taken?
How was I impacted?
Yeah, what?
Well, I couldn't answer that because I wasn't here.
Okay. How are you being affected by how some makes the satellite? How are you being affected by how some makes the satellite?
I heard how was I affected, but I didn't hear the last one.
How are you being affected by how some makes the satellite? Well, let me ask it again. How are you being affected by how some makes the satellite?
I'm not catching the end of that question.
He wants to know what do you feel like? How do you feel about Howard going to Sirius Radio? That's what he's asking you.
How do I feel about Howard doing what?
Going to Sirius Radio. Satellite radio.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Okay. How big are the balls?
How big are my balls?
Yeah.
Well, it all depends. Depends on the mood.
Okay. And have you ever had a gay appearance?
Have ever had what?
A gay appearance.
Gay experience? A gay. Have you ever had gay experience?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
What now?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Do you get frustrated when you do these interviews?
Yeah.
Yeah. It must be hard when you're not even with the guys. You just go to a restaurant and try to order some food, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do that.
Do you just stay home?
Yeah, he hasn't eaten in a week. You know what kills me? This guy, cleft palates are so easy to fix now, and even when he was a baby, and his mother never did it for him, and yet his mother has a car. Before you buy a car, won't you get your baby an operation to fix his mouth? Mm-hmm. And he still lives with his mother.
Oh, she probably had a fur coat. What are you talking about?
Maybe
Did your mom have a fur coat?
Yeah, she
See?
did.
Oh!
Did you ever say to her, Ma, why you have a fur coat if I don't have a mouth, you prick?
Well, maybe she bought the car in the fur coat because it was cold outside and she had to drive to the hospital, and after that she couldn't afford it.
There's more to play here, but I got 50 Cent waiting, so I got to take a break. And let me play the rest of this one when after 50 Cent's interview.
Yeah, I'm digging Cliff Pallet, the interviewer.
Oh, it was great.
Next time we go to Texas, Howard, we're going to go to every drive-through window.
Yeah.
And have
him do it.
We're going to play a game. When will they get it? When will he finally get the food right?
Which restaurant?
And bang.
Oh, look, Gary the retard's making sense of it all.
Yeah, Gary's the interpreter.
Dude, that's crazy. All right, Clef, good job.
Thank you, Howard.
And I'll play the rest later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after. I'll talk to Johnny Fratto while I'm waiting for you real quick. Hey, Johnny, I don't have much time, but what is this? You're representing Medicated...
I just wanted to touch base with you and tell you that Medicated Pete did a great job on that movie, Dead on Arrival.
Now, do you when did you start representing Medicated Pete?
Well, I actually don't represent Medicated Pete, but somebody called and, you know, they were looking for... Eric, and, you know, it was one of those things that Eric didn't want to do.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Wow.
So
again, a job that went to someone else.
That called, and so, you know, they already had Medicated Pete in mind anyway. So I figured, why not, you know.
What was the role again?
Well, the role was a good role. It was a part of a guy that, it's a remake of the old movie Dead on Arrival. So the Medicated Pete got love scenes with a hot girl and everything. It's pretty wild.
And what was Eric's objection to the movie?
Well, he didn't want, you know, like somehow the guy's a killer or something, and he didn't want to be involved with being a killer.
Oh, hold on a second. Eric, you there?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know you. I had no idea you were offered the role.
Shut up. I'm going to claim bullshit on what Johnny is saying. He never once approached me with this role.
Yeah, but you never said to me. I did approach you. I said, would you be...
No, you did not.
Did I ask you, can you be a killer? And you said, no, I'm not capable of being a killer, even though it's pretend. And I told you, Eric, even though you can't really fire a gun, you could still fucking pretend to fire a gun. Nobody knows that you can't fire a gun. I mean, the one guy in the fucking Forrest Gump that had one leg. Do you think they really cut that guy's leg off to make him have one leg?
Eric, can I just say something? Can I jump in here listening to this? And I'm sure George Takei is aghast at this.
He's mad at George, too, right now. I just heard a message that he was yelling about George.
Oh, really? Why is he mad at George?
Tell him, Eric.
All I'm going to say is I have to respectfully disagree with George's opinion on the fact that I'm not an actor.
You're not, because George hit it right on the head.
I know.
You cannot possibly. You just lost a role to Medicated Pete because of your attitude. You're Eric. If you're serious about acting, your attitude is crazy. You're playing a character. If you play a gay psychopathic killer, it doesn't mean you're gay or a psychopathic killer. It just means you're playing a role. All right, listen.
You want a role written for you specifically, and you won't be any other character other than you. That's not acting.
I have my name in credits of TV shows. They don't fucking do that for extras. I have had my name on the back of DVD cases. They don't fucking do that.
Yeah, because I get you these roles that are tailor-made for you. Medicated Pete just took a great...
I am a fucking actor.
Eric. Eric.
For 10 damn years.
What?
Eric, wait a minute.
Wait, Johnny, hold off a second. Johnny, hold off a second. What, Eric?
I've been acting on this damn show for 10 damn years.
Acting what?
This is not my real personality, you dumbasses.
Wow.
Well,
this is acting.
Then what is that? Wait a second. Then what is the real Eric? What is the real Eric?
A nice, easy to get
What?
a nice, easy to get along with person.
Oh. Then prove it. Reveal the real Eric.
I
I've
want
yet
to
to meet
see
him.
that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we'd love to meet him.
Eric's a shit cock.
I would like to myself.
All I know is I get letters from the real Eric every day. He sounds like you're demented.
Eric is Medicated Pete didn't call me a motherfucker one time during this whole deal. That's A. And B, Howard, you did get Eric another job because Eric got a job on a TV show on FX called Legit. That came from you.
Right.
That's a brand new, and that came from you. So
and Eric didn't want to tell us that.
Right.
Taking that role, except for that the time ain't right, and we got to readjust their schedule.
Eric, so you lost a role that that Medicated Pete took, and he got to make love to a woman in it.
Oh, shit. Because Johnny did not tell me about this till an hour or two ago.
Part about the killers. You had to be a killer. You told me...
Would you have taken... Eric, would you have taken the role? Seriously.
As a killer, Howard.
Would you play a killer?
Yes.
Who has to shoot a gun?
And who makes out with a woman?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he says he would have, but all right. Listen, guys, I can't go over this again. I mean, Eric...
I predict that Medicated Pete will be the next Norman Fell. You wait and see.
How did Medicated Pete do with the role? Because
they said he hit it out of the park.
Wow.
They said he hit it. And by the way, Howard, I also got Eric a sponsorship deal with Eco Solar, the people that make the solar cases for the iPhone. You know, it's a solar case. So
Eric, are you jealous at all of Medicated Pete's new success and his relationship with Johnny Fratto?
Yes, because I'm being abused, threatened, and harassed on Twitter, and it's his job as my manager, agent, and PR person to stop that bullshit.
Is this the real Eric I'm talking to, or the actor Eric?
Mix of both.
A mix of both. All right.
Well, how the heck are we supposed to know who we're talking to?
Well, that's why he's a masterful actor.
I'm saying, but Robert, how do I know who I'm talking to on Twitter? There's 9 million people on Twitter. How do I find
You can't control Twitter, Johnny.
Just because I'm a little annoyed with it, but I'm fascinated at the same time. Eric, answer the question. How could Johnny protect you from negative comments on Twitter? I'm curious.
On Twitter.
Like any other PR person protects their client.
How?
They dispute the bullshit that is being said about.
Yeah, but I have an agent.
Oh my God!
I have an agent. I get terrible comments about me on Twitter to the point that they drove me off of there. How would my agent doesn't go on Twitter and defend me?
Yeah. And Howard, he got a big sponsorship. He got a great sponsorship deal with the company.
No, I heard that. I heard it already, John. I'm just trying to get to... All right. Look, guys, I got to go. Congratulations to Medicated Pete and his acting role. Eric, sorry to hear you missed out on a role. You got to loosen up. Thanks.
He did get a role, though. Howard, he got FX. He got on FX from you.
All right. Eric and Johnny, thank you, and I hope your relationship continues. All right. Thanks, guys.
And what about that,
George, tell you know, the thing about it is this Donald Trump, don't let him fucking... There's more pussy for him. Let everybody be gay.
Absolutely.
This makes more girls left up for everybody else.
I told him that, too.
Right, Johnny. Johnny's very wise. Eric, you'd be smart to listen to Johnny. All right, thanks, guys.
Johnny, what about the $1,000 bounty that the Eco company wants?
Oh, okay. I'm not going to listen to the endless plugs that these two...
Geez.
I mean...
I guess that was Eric the businessman.
Eric the businessman.
Well, he's not an actor because...
Hey, Johnny, what about the $1,000 thing that Eco... Like I'm some sort of schlub.
Bounty.
Why don't all my sponsors just skip buying commercials and just go to Eric? Eric and Johnny directly. Funniest thing I saw on YouTube, and I it's so great. Although I don't even know how they got away with it. They did this stunt in some foreign country. I don't know where. They had an elevator rigged, the elevator would stop, it would go dark, and they'd have one person in there. You know, they had a camera in there.
Yeah.
They slid a little girl in a white, make her look like a ghost. They gave her that vampire makeup.
Ooh.
And the lights come back on, and the people turn around and they see this little girl, like a 5-year-old girl looking like a ghost, standing there. And the people freak out. Now, I'm surprised none of them...
Wouldn't you?
Oh, my God. I'd be so scared. I'm surprised no one had a heart attack during this stunt.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Then I saw another great one on YouTube. It was so dangerous. But that was the funniest. I mean, it's just amazing to watch people freak out over a ghost with them.
I think they kept the ones of the people dying away for them.
Yeah. You haven't seen this video.
There have got to be people who died.
Then the elevator goes black again, and they pull the little girl out, and they're like, oh, my God, and they think they're going crazy. Then the other one I saw recently was this guy's walking around in a park. I think it's in France or something. And he has this thing. He goes, excuse me, I have a gay meter. I just want to see if you're gay. He hits this is like a piece of wood with a buzzer on it. And he points it at people, and he goes, oh, you are gay. You're very gay. And these guys get up, and they beat the shit out of him. I mean, they go, we are not gay.
That's funny.
Oh,
that's funny.
Robin, this guy's insane. Because,
I got to see both of those.
It's fantastic. And I don't even know what website I was on, but they just put in gay buzzers. In fact, I'm getting a gay buzzer for our...
Hey, let's send Sal and Richard out with gay buzzers.
Oh, no. They'll get killed. New Yorkers will just... In fact,
I'll be here for that one.
Let me show you something. I built a gay buzzer. I'll show you how it works. It looks like a TV remote. Here, look. I'll point it at George. First, I'll point it at me. You'll see.
Okay.
It just makes this sound that shows you I'm not gay. Here, wait. Let me see. It's not working. It makes a sound that says I'm not gay. All right, let me turn it on. There we go. See?
That's a not gay sound.
That's not gay. Now watch what happens when I put it on.
And it's silent with me?
No, let me see when I put it on you what it does. It should put the gay sound. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You see?
Try it on Benji.
Try it on Benji? All right.
But just hit me, don't hit George.
Well, George,
yeah, because they're pretty close together.
I'll lean back.
Lean back. You're straight. Right. Who else you want to try?
I've always
try Richard. Try Richard.
Oh, I bet you is gay.
Get Richard in.
Now, with George, you must be very gay because there's gradations. And
it was very loud.
It was very loud.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of muted for Richard.
Richard, come in here. I want to point this at you. I'm not even going to tell you why. All right? Just stand there. Are you ready? Or you could stand by the mic. It's okay. It'll reach, I think. I think I know what this is going to be.
Listen to that. Oh, my God.
The thing's smoking.
I suspected that.
There's smoke coming out of that machine.
Hey, who can we... Hey, you know, while we're doing this, let me ask you, who can we get in here that might actually think
that thing works?
Yeah, besides George. You know. George still thinks it works. Who can we get in here? Seriously, I want to do it on him right now. Like someone who would be like upset about it.
Well, they're listening right now.
They should be.
Yeah, but maybe there's somebody around who isn't listening.
Where's Ross?
Yeah, Ross won't fall for it, though.
He won't?
He actually, I think his IQ is above 89.
Well, we don't have Bobo here.
Although when we go to a club, I'm not sure. Who the hell
Bobo would have been perfect.
Who's running around here would be offended if we found out they were gay? Like, we need, like...
They may be flattered.
Hey, can you get Gary the retard on the phone?
We can try.
It works over the phone as well?
Oh, yeah, Eric the Midget. Eric the Midget.
Where's that? Hey, get Eric the actor on the phone. Eric the actor on. Hopefully he's not listening. He's probably listening.
He probably. No, maybe he went back to sleep after that.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You're such a prankster.
Well, I just want to see if it works. It worked on you. You're gay.
Oh, yes. Well,
there's nothing bi about that.
There's no question.
Hey, Rob, let me point it at you for a second. Let me see what happens. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You're straight.
Verification, finally.
A lot of people think you're gay. You're not. Hey, Eric the actor, real quick. I've got this device here that tells you whether you're gay or not. Okay?
All right.
All right. Let me point it at George, for example, and show you what happens. Okay. That means you're gay.
Now, pointing at you so that we know that it does...
That it works? All right.
Different things, yeah.
Okay, this isn't me. Hold on. That means I'm not gay.
Got it?
Eric.
Yes?
I'm pointing it at the phone. I just want to know. Are you or not? This will tell us once and for all. Here we go.
Whoa.
Whoa, wait, let me test that again. That does, because he's heterosexual, I thought. Go ahead. That means you're gay.
Yep.
Eric, do you have something to tell us?
I woke up for this bullshit.
Is there a man in the room with you?
No, don't fuck.
Because I'm telling you, it's going off like crazy. Eric, this thing is going off.
Look at it, it's stuck.
All right. Stop it for a second. Here, I'll turn it off. That's what I'm just trying to figure. I said, who's the most heterosexual guy I can call? I thought it was you, and then this is saying you're gay.
And it's not wrong. It seems to work.
Let me test it again. George, I'm pointing it at you.
Yes. There it goes.
All right.
Pointed at Benji. Pointed at Fred. Pointed at me. All right. Pointed
pointed at Eric.
With Eric. Do you want to say something?
Indisputable.
Do you want to say something about this?
I am not.
What?
I am not gay.
All right. So you're saying this isn't accurate?
No, it's not.
You've not had a gay experience?
Not even any tendencies or...
Anything? You've never looked at a guy and said, wow, he's got a nice cock?
No, dumbass. I've never...
I just can't imagine. Wait. So let me point it at Gary. Let me make sure this thing's working right. I can't figure this out. Gary, I'll point it at you. It says Gary's gay. Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
That was a weird one, too.
Yeah, Gary's married with children.
I think
know.
he's turning into Eric the actor.
You said midget.
We all slip
Freudian.
sometimes.
Eric, let me test it again. Hold on. I'll point it at the phone.
I don't know, Eric.
What do you make of this? You sure you're not into guys?
I am 100% sure.
Here, I'm pointing it at Sal. Says he's straight. Fred, let me point it at you again.
Right.
Yeah, he sniffs other guys' balls, and he's straight.
It says it says he's straight. I'll point it at Jason. Let me point it at George. All
See,
right.
it seems to work.
Eric, let me do it one more time to the phone. Says you're more gay than ever.
Not even a little bit straight.
Yeah. I can't even turn it off when it goes
More,
to Eric.
more gay than George Takei.
There it is. That's the proof.
What do you make of it? Eric, surely there's something you want to say.
That you're a dumb fuck. I'm not gay.
All right, let me test it again. One last time, because I know Eric isn't. This can't be right. Let me try it again.
Well, what's wrong with it?
He's speechless.
It seems to... let me point it at George.
There it is.
That's correct.
I'm pointing it at Benji. Pointing it at Fred.
That's correct.
Pointing at Robin.
Correct.
I'm pointing it at you. Pointing
All right,
at me.
That's correct.
All right, pointed at Eric.
It's right all these times.
There we are.
Come on, Eric.
Eric, what is this? Just help me out here. You say
silence of embarrassment.
What it is that dumb fuck Fred hitting the wrong or hitting the sound, and you don't have bullshit.
All right, you busted me. All right,
Eric, come out of the closet.
Actually, Eric,
on to you.
Actually, Eric, you're right. Because look, I'm going to point it at you, and I think I can make it go straight. Watch. I guess I can't. No, go ahead. Here. Come on. There, you're straight. It turns out you are. The thing was broken. I don't want him being upset.
He put you back in the closet.
All right. You must have been sitting...
You're straight.
You might have been sitting in a gay chair made by a gay guy, and he probably touched it. That's probably what happened.
We think you're straight.
I know I am.
All right. We're just busting your balls.
Yeah. Go back to sleep.
Do you know Mitt Romney was going to hand out these things at his inauguration?
He would.
Yeah. Eric, we're having some fun. Can you get a fucking... Do you ever laugh at anything?
Yes, I laugh at plenty of things. Sitcoms, comedy movies that I watch.
Nothing that we do.
Yeah, have you ever laughed at anything we do?
Yes.
What?
You just haven't ever had me on the air when I have heard something funny on your show.
All right. We're just having some fun.
That makes us feel better.
All right. Go back to sleep, Eric. You're not gay. Look, I'll test it one more time. Here. Look. Oh, come on, make him feel better. Here you go. There you go. You're straight. All right?
Yes.
All right. Feel better. Sweet dreams about girls. All right. Goodbye, Eric.
Bye.
Bye for now. There he is, Eric. Robin, it's time for news.
A new study out of Australia suggests that women are fairly accurate in telling whether an unfamiliar man is faithful just by looking at his face.
I have a thing. If I pointed at you, I can tell if you're faithful. For example, I'll point it at George. Let's see if he's faithful. There we go.
Hold on a second. I lost that page.
No. Oh, please. Don't ruin the illusion. Radio is an illusion. Theater of the mind. I see if I pointed at George to see if he's faithful.
And what's the sound?
It's not working, huh? Yep, you're unfaithful. You cheated.
That means unfaithful?
Unfaithful, yeah. You're unfaithful.
It doesn't work then. It's broken.
No, I'm telling you. Never look. I'll point it at Fred. Let me point it at Fred.
Unreliable.
Look. Faithful. Let me point it at Robin. Point it at me. Faithful. Let's point it at you. Unfaithful.
Now, how could that be?
Didn't you cheat on bread?
Because I know the facts.
Didn't you cheat on bread? Did you cheat on bread?
The machine is wrong.
Did you cheat on bread?
I did not.
You did early on.
How long? How far back does that go?
How far back? Forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
Well, there was a point where I.
Let me point it at you again. There's a point where I wasn't cheating at all. Like the machine doesn't know that.
No, when I was a kid, I wasn't having sex at all.
I'm going to point it at you. See if you're a cheater.
No, if you're not having sex,
I'll point it at Fred, and I'll point it at you.
What point in my life is that recorded?
Your whole life, whether you're a cheater or not. Here, I'll point it at Eric the actor.
Then I know it lies when.
Here, I'm pointing it at Eric the actor. See? Now I'm pointing at you. You cheat.
I have cheated.
Yeah, there you go.
The past.
So it worked.
Well,
long ago.
It caught you. Researchers found that women make the judgment on how masculine looking the man is. Attractiveness was not a factor in women making the link. However, men don't seem to have the same ability when determining faithfulness among women.
Well, George, according to this, is gay and unfaithful.
The study involved 34 men and 34 women who were shown photographs of adult faces and asked to rate them for faithfulness. The study appears in the journal Biology Letters. So there you go. Women can just look at you and tell if you're going to be faithful or not.
George, I don't know. It did pick up that you cheated.
I've been faithful to women who I have been friendly with.
Yeah, because you weren't going to cheat on a woman with another woman.
That's right.
Well, it did catch you.
Mr. Takei.
Yes, sir.
May I ask you about that gay buzzer contraption that was going on today?
I don't believe it.
You don't.
It's a fake.
It's completely invalid.
It's a fake because when it said, when it was testing me for being gay, I believed it. That's true. However, when it said that I was cheating on Brad, I knew it was a fraud.
That's impossible.
Absolutely impossible. And when he told me it goes back decades, well, yeah, decades. then I knew that was maybe true. But then if you go even further back, you know, when you're a kid, you're not having sex at all. So I was faithful.
So you saw some fallacies in the way this thing operated.
Well, I think it needs to be tweaked.
Mr. Munn.
Yes, sir.
This is a source of sexiness and controversy.
Mr. Ken Jennings.
What is your mustache?
What do you mean, what is it?
Oh, I was doing it like Jeopardy. I gave the answer, and then you have to give the question.
What is my mustache?
No, the answer was...
What is your mustache?
This is a source of great controversy and sexiness.
Shut the fuck up.
What is your mustache?
We're going to bring in Ken Jennings. I don't like you.
Jeopardy champion.
I don't like you.
I like your mustache.
I don't like you.
Ken Jennings. Good morning, sir.
Hey.
Welcome.
Yeah, we just moved. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. Right this way. So, obviously, I've watched you many, many nights in a row on Jeopardy, dominating the competition. But today, you face the great Fred Norris.
Whole different ballgame. Whole different ballgame.
Are you aware of who he is? And
oh, I know the legend, the man, the legend.
So how are you feeling, given all that?
I'm a little intimidated. Every time I've heard the segment, I've never heard Fred lose. So
I think you might be his strongest challenger yet.
Pretty tough road to hoe, though.
Well, best of luck. I'm looking forward to a great competition.
All right, listen, I'm running late, and I want to definitely get to our next guest. This is the guy who won, what is it? It's like over $2 million. It's remarkable. It's a remarkable amount of money. Look at this guy. Genius. I mean it. I watched you on Jeopardy. My father worships you.
That's what everybody tells me.
Yeah,
like,
the old man.
My grandma loves you, man.
My dad watches Jeopardy like a lunatic, you know.
When you hit a certain age in this country, you have to like plan your life around Jeopardy. I don't know what it is.
Everybody who plays Jeopardy always says the secret to winning Jeopardy, of course, you got to know your stuff. And it's not so much, the knowledge, but also knowing how to work the buzzer. Right?
Buzzer's huge, and you watch the show at home and you see people flailing away on this thing like idiots, and you're like, what is wrong with you? But it's tough.
Because Gary described to me, because he's done the Celebrity Jeopardy.
Right.
You have 3 lights on the sides that you can see off camera, and there's a white light, a red light, or this light, and when the white light goes on, you can buzz in. So if you start buzzing in before...
Yeah, you're not getting it, and even worse, you're going to get locked out for like a fraction of a second. So
right.
if coming in too early is like as bad as coming in too late, and that's what people do. They buzz too early.
You won $3.1 million?
Something like that.
Isn't that amazing?
It's crazy, right?
Would you sit at home and play Jeopardy and sort of say, wow, I'm getting every one of these?
Well, sure, but everybody's good on their couch, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not good on my couch. I'm an idiot. I watch Jeopardy and I don't know anything that's going on. Were you of a superior intellect? Was your IQ ever measured?
No, but I was good in school. I was the kind of kid that and I was raised in the '80s when Trivial Pursuit was very big. So I grew up on that kind of stuff, and I always loved I would skip.
You love
school.
those facts.
Exactly. I would skip school to watch game shows. Like I was a huge nerd as a kid.
You grew up in Korea.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
You're a white kid in Korea.
My dad was a lawyer living in Seoul, Korea, so I grew up there for like 10 years. And we only had one channel, Army TV, and so it was you had no choice about what to watch. And so me and all my friends would watch Jeopardy after school because that was the only thing that was on. So,
right. And you'd sit there and you'd watch it. And, Fred, who you're going to play today, he describes the same thing. When he was a kid, he was sort of isolated. He lived in the sticks.
He lived here, but he was still isolated.
He's isolated to this day.
I'm isolated in this studio.
But he describes... By the way, you must know Gangnam Style, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right, because you grew up in Korea. Is Gangnam like the Beverly Hills of Korea?
Yeah, it's like the really nice neighborhood. It's like, Park Avenue or whatever.
Well, Fred describes the same thing. He would sit and read encyclopedias. Like from the start to the end. He became consumed with information.
Yeah, I think people are just born this way. I would sit inside reading, the baseball encyclopedia or Leonard Maltin's movie book, just reading it like it was a novel, which is nuts.
And did people accuse you of being a quote-unquote geek or nerd because you sat and read these things? I mean, it's almost like when we're young, education or knowing things is a put-down, like you're an idiot for trying to learn something.
Right, yeah, and no, I feel like I sort of avoided I didn't have some wedgie-filled childhood,
Right.
But to this day, I'll go on, sports talk shows, and they'll be like, so you're a nerd, right? So, they hit you with towels, right? And
no.
People don't understand that this whole nerd jock thing sort of ended, and...
Did you stop working?
But wait a minute, in Korea, weren't you bigger than everybody?
Did you learn karate in Korea? They're very good with karate over there.
I don't know Taekwondo or anything like that. No,
it's all elbows over there and knees.
No, that Gangnam Style guy could kick my ass.
Ever eat dog in Korea?
I have eaten dog once.
It's a delicacy over there, right?
Yeah, there's like restaurants just for dog, and they'll have the dogs tied up out front. It's like picking, your lobster.
Right? Really?
No. Yeah,
is that the way it works?
I don't think you go to the tank and pick your dog, but they do have the dogs tied up out front, and that's going to be a poaching dog place.
Wow. Did that freak you out as a kid, or is it just so normal?
It's just normal. You're a kid. This is what they do.
You didn't get sad when you saw the dogs and go, "Oh my God, that's such a beautiful little pet," or something?
They're sort of ugly little hairless-looking dogs.
I see. That's what you eat. And how does it taste? Is it like chicken?
No, it's really not good. Like, even if you didn't know what it was, you wouldn't be into it.
Why are they so into that? I guess because they don't have a lot of food over there or something.
I don't know. It's just a tradition, Like
it's different cultures.
Somebody decided to eat dog, and so they still eat dog.
Do they Parmesan it? Or what
do you do with dog? Fricassee?
Put some peanut butter and jelly on it.
It's like a soup. I don't know why that would be the way to eat dog, but it's a soup.
Do they have pets over in Korea?
Oh, yeah. There's, in addition to the dog, that kind of dog you eat, there's dogs that it's very popular right now. It's sort of a status symbol to have a dog for
as a pet.
As a pet.
Yes.
Not to eat it.
Right.
Unless you get carried away.
Sort of like George Clooney with his pot-bellied pig, I'm not going to eat this one.
Yeah, the other one yet.
This one's in the house.
Yeah. It's funny. My wife is doing this TV show with animals. Real quick story. And she went to this place where they keep pigs as pets, and they love their pigs, but they still eat bacon too.
Right.
It's really, it's very weird, isn't it?
You make an exception. My daughter's pretty much turning into a vegetarian, but she will eat bacon. That's she won't cut out bacon.
So when you make $3.1 million on Jeopardy, do you quit working? A traditional job? Do you say, "Hey, I've got enough money, I don't need to work anymore"?
Well, I got an offer to write a book, and that's what I'd always wanted to do. I was like an English major in school who figured, I'll never make a living at this. I better learn how to write computer programs too. So I got into computers.
Right.
And I sucked at it. I didn't like it. And so when somebody offered me a book, I was like, wow, maybe there is a career in this. And like 8 years later, I'm still doing it.
Wow, it's unbelievable.
That's wonderful.
So you've been able to not have a traditional job because of Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And these game shows. It's really remarkable.
It's weird.
Why did you not win Jeopardy? There was a Tournament of Champions. You came in second.
I did.
Were you shocked? I mean, because you were the longest running winner, I think.
I was, but there's a ton of guys who are really good. I came on right when they had changed the rule. They used to, after 5 days, they would give you a car and kick you off, right?
Right, which was stupid.
Right, they should have let these guys play.
I know I got reinvigorated with Jeopardy when you were on, because it was like, wow, I heard about this guy who kept winning week after week. It was a
You had to watch the streak,
yeah. Right.
Right, I'm sure most people were rooting against me, but, it's the same thing. People are watching.
Yeah.
So there are a ton of guys that are just as good, and one of these guys came back, and it was just the buzzer. He was faster than me.
He was better at the buzzer.
And he knew his stuff, for sure.
How long was your run on Jeopardy?
It's like 75 games, so it was almost 6 months of Jeopardy time.
Is Trebek removed from the game, or does he sort of hang? He doesn't hang with you. It's sort of he comes on set, does the game, and then he leaves.
Right. He's not allowed to, because of all the scandals in the 50s. It's like still a felony in this country to rig a game show. So you're not allowed to hang out with anybody who knows the answers, and that includes Trebek.
I see even on America's Got Talent, which isn't a game show. I'm not. I can go over and say hello or something like that, but there's very little fraternization between the judges and the talent. Like, they discourage it. They tell you not to.
Yeah, I remember one time they took me back to change my tie at a mirror. The tie was, moireing on camera or whatever. So I go back to change my tie, and they take me to the same mirror that Trebek uses.
Right.
And people freak out. He can't be back there. It's like a
Trebek's not even there.
It's like a lockdown. Right. Alarms are going off. And
you might talk to Trebek's image that was just in the mirror.
The mirror will talk.
Let me get this straight. So, were you one of these guys that had high SATs?
Yeah, I was always the kid who could test really well, so I could get away with studying a little less.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to University of Washington, and then I went to BYU.
Oh, U of Washington is a good school.
It's a decent school.
Right, and then Brigham Young.
Brigham Young?
You did your master's?
Yes. I didn't. I just have a bachelor's.
Oh, bachelor's. And so you.
Why'd you go to Brigham Young?
I'm actually Mormon. I had friends there.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
It's true.
Did you wear magic underwear on Jeopardy? That's your secret.
That was it.
I just broke your secret.
Now everybody's going to do it.
What is that whole magic underwear thing? Is there such a thing as magic underwear? What is that?
It's not magic. It's like it's Mormons, devout Mormons do wear sort of ceremonial ritual clothing under their clothes, but it's just like, it's just like a Jewish guy wearing a yarmulke. It's just a reminder of who you are.
Yeah. I mean,
do you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're devout. Okay.
All right, good.
Just checking.
Okay.
I'm thinking of becoming devout something or other.
And what will you wear?
I need some magic. I don't give a shit what I wear. I'm just happy to be anywhere. So, I mean, this is a great success story because the game show made you a millionaire. And do you invest this money now that you have you don't have 3.1, you have to pay taxes and all that. But do you invest this money, and has it grown? I would imagine maybe you're some sort of genius investor, too. Where else does your genius come out?
No, I haven't written some business. I mean, all this money was before the economy crashed, so I don't think I have it all anymore. But, yeah, it's pretty boringly invested for, the kids' college and retirement and stuff like that.
Right.
It's not like I lost it all on that one-handed blackjack or strippers.
But I bet a lot of people think you're like this way richer than you really are.
Yeah, it's not like, screw you money, I can't go live on an island somewhere.
I don't think Fred stands a chance against you.
Well, every time I listen to this segment, Fred wins handily, so I'm pretty nervous.
But he ain't playing you. I mean, you're a whole different deal. And you even say you're not a genius. You weren't you weren't valedictorian of your school.
No.
But it was just this sort of trivia knowledge that you were. But I think you go beyond trivia because, you're doing like geography that's a little more intense. You're doing history that's a little more intense than just sort of general trivia. It seems you're way more educated and way more aware than the average trivia guy.
Well, the thing about it, when you're this kind of person, it's your knowledge might be a mile wide, but it's like an inch deep. You know a little bit about a lot of things, but it's really a little bit.
And the other thing about Jeopardy is you're only buzzing in on what you know. You're not demanded to answer questions you don't know.
That's right.
Is that exactly true? Because I would think in order to buzz in, you've got to sort of think, you got to think so fast that you kind of think you have an idea of the answer, and sometimes you come up with the answer after you buzz in. Does that make sense to you at all?
No, because the question has to be completed before you can buzz.
Wait a second. Let me ask the expert, Ken. Do you think anything I'm saying?
I was there.
You've played it. She's good.
I've seen Robin on Jeopardy. She's really good.
Right.
It's true that you gotta wait till the question's been read to buzz. But it's true that I have had the situation of some part of your brain knows that you know it, so you buzz, and then while Alex is staring at you, you got a few seconds to dig it out.
The rap on Jeopardy is that if you're a woman, they'll put you through faster as a contestant than as a man. They want to encourage women to be on Jeopardy. Do you think there's truth to that?
I absolutely do. When I got the call to be on the show like a year after I tried out, and I was playing against women, some of whom had tried out like a few weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, they tried out yesterday.
Because why? They feel it's important to have a balance. They want a balance.
Yeah, they want a woman on each show, and I think they don't have as many trying out as they would like. Now that the tryouts are online, I bet they're getting a lot more and better women contestants.
Are you able to go back on Jeopardy at all, or are you considered retired because you had your run? What are the rules?
It's sort of one to a customer. I guess I could wear a disguise, handlebar mustache. Or
why not?
Do an accent.
Sex change.
I went on a year ago to play the IBM supercomputer, but except for special stuff like that, I'm sort of out of work as a Jeopardy guy.
You got beaten by the computer.
The computer kicked my ass.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on. A computer's gonna. I mean, that thing is so programmed. But it's.
Well, Fred is like a computer.
Fred, do you think you have a chance in any of this at all?
Not a snowball's chance in hell.
All right. Well, let's try it. What do you say?
I'm going to give it a shot.
And what the hell, for $5,000? Why not? If you'll probably win the $5,000.
It's not Jeopardy money.
Just write him the check down.
Right. Well, put Fred in the isolation booth. We'll let Ken answer the questions first.
Well, for $5,000, Ken is saying, I should only have to answer one question.
No, I came up with it.
It's like Linda Evangelista. I don't get out of bed for less than 10,000 Trebek.
I've got 7 questions.
Okay.
All right. I assure you Fred has not seen them because we know the rules. You can't, you can't tell. And these questions were decided upon by my staff and me. General knowledge questions. So it's different than Jeopardy when Fred's money.
Right.
I will.
You have to answer all the questions.
Right. If you pass, fine, and then if you want, it's based on time and all of the. I don't even remember how to play it, quite frankly. It's fast and loose.
You're just like Trebek.
Yeah. Who's keeping time and where is the time?
Time is over there.
Time is over there. Oh, I have to see it over there.
And he's got to move.
Oh, he's got to move over there. All right, go ahead. Ken, do me a favor. Ken Jennings, everyone. The book is Because I Said So. It's available now. And for a list of Ken's book signings, go to ken-jennings.com. And Ken, what is the book? I mean, it's a book of trivia?
It's sort of a trivia book. I got kids now, and it sort of debunks all the things that parents tell their kids without knowing if they're true. Like, don't go swimming right after you eat, or if you swallow your gum, it'll stay in your colon for 7 years, or,
Right.
Which of these things are actually true? So.
And you wrote it yourself?
I did, yeah.
Wow, well,
it's my
congratulations.
It's my 4th book.
Do these books sell well?
They do okay. My last 2 were bestsellers.
Wow, awesome. Yeah.
I actually read some of the book. I liked it a lot. It's got a truth meter in it, so it says, like, how your mother always told you the crust is better than the rest of the bread?
Right.
That's mostly false.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of that in the book, and he's got a little...
I believe that.
He's got a little
we
meter.
all believe these things.
Yeah, right.
There's a little meter at the end. It's either false, true, mostly false, mostly true, so it was really good.
Yeah. You got a nice life, huh? Where you living now?
Seattle.
And you got kids?
I got 2 kids, 10-year-old, 6-year-old.
Marriage going all right?
Yeah, just regular suburban dad, I guess.
Getting laid? Your wife or good, she give up on that?
No, that's how marriage works.
It's still happening.
It's one of the perks.
Good for you. Isn't that great? And look who's here, George Takei. You get to meet him.
Huge fan.
Are you a Star Trek fan?
Absolutely.
Are you a big comic book guy, too, someone said?
As a kid, I was. Yeah, I still got boxes of comics from,
I would have boxes, too, but my parents threw them all out.
I somehow avoided my mom throwing out my comics. I don't know how I got lucky. But...
So you're a big Trekkie?
Oh, yeah.
If I was to ask you a trivia question about Star Trek, you'd probably get that right, too.
I'd give it a shot. It's a lot of pressure.
Oh, I'm sure he would know some things.
Ask him a question, George. Ask him one of the questions you get asked all the time at a Star Trek convention. Let's see if Ken knows it.
Okay, what's my favorite episode?
Who the hell would know that?
Maybe the one where you got the sword, the naked time?
That's right.
Hey. Very good.
He got it right.
That's an easy one.
That's an easy one.
What's George's favorite sex act? I bet you don't know that. I do.
Howard knows that.
Took place in the Rambles in the 70s. All right. All right.
You're wrong.
It didn't? Where did it take place?
In bed at home.
Oh, with Brad. Oh, that's right. Well, you have to say that. You're a smart man. All right. Listen, Ken. So I'm going to you have a minute on the clock. If you want to pass, I can go back at the end. Try not to pass because I forget which ones we passed.
And time is a factor.
Time is a factor. Okay. You'll probably win this anyway. Okay, so let's start. Who was the first United States president to die in office?
William Henry Harrison.
What is the second most abundant element on Earth and the principal ingredient of glass?
Silicon.
Which NFL team has won the most Super Bowls?
The Cowboys.
Which Canadian province is largest in population?
Ontario.
Sauerkraut is made from what vegetable? Who was known as the Clown Prince of the Harlem Globetrotters for 20
Meadowlark Lemon.
On the TV series The $6 Million Man, who did Steve Austin report to?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you want to stop? You want to stop the clock? Okay,
yeah.
All right. 36. You are awesome. Fuck.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I screwed up the $6 million man question.
It was, first of all, I'll give you the answer. First of all, you did it in 36 seconds, which is very, very good.
And your score is?
Your score is you only got one. Well, you got 2 wrong. One you didn't know the answer to. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the NFL
have
team.
More Super Bowls.
Have the most Super Bowls. I doubt Fred knows that anyway.
We'll see.
I don't know. He's a football fan.
On the TV series The $6 Million Man, who did Steve Austin report to? Oscar Goldman.
Oscar, of course.
Howard would have gotten that one.
You know what? I wouldn't. I don't.
You don't remember that?
I can't think fast like that. I get very nervous. Did you get nervous doing this?
The Jeopardy's a good cure for stage fright. After that, everything's less pressure than Jeopardy.
First time you did Jeopardy, though, you must have been like
deer in the headlights. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Wow. All right, let's see how Fred does. You only got 2 wrong. These are tough questions. So
we'll see.
I mean, you really rattled them off. You have to be impressed with that, right?
Those were tough questions.
I won't tell Fred how you did. I'm going to keep it a secret from you.
Already.
How Ken did. Let's just say good luck.
He probably got 7 out of 7.
Now, don't telegraph.
I'm predicting what he got. I'm predicting him in ahead of time. 7 out of 7, around 30 seconds.
All right.
That's my prediction.
All right. I'll tell you who's rooting for you, Fred. The dogs of Korea. They've had it with Ken. All right, here we go.
You got it.
Here we go. You know the game. 60 seconds on the
Let's do
clock.
it.
You can pass and this kind of thing.
Pass.
Okay. You pass? You already
I pass. I forfeit.
All right, here we go. This is for $5,000 for Ken. You, Fred, can't win a dime.
I get nothing, Ken.
You get
I've been the winner of this thing for 7 years straight. I get nothing.
I tell you what, if Fred wins, can he touch your magic underwear at least? So he has some good luck? Yes. Now, it's a $5,000 prize to Ken.
Yes.
So if you throw this, I suppose you could meet up with him later and split the winnings. But here we go.
I'll meet him in the alligator and beat him up.
Here we go.
In the rambles.
In the rambles.
George.
All right. And by the way, thanks to don'tbebroke.com for putting up the $5,000 so we can lure Ken in here.
All right.
Here we go. Who was the first United States president to die in office?
Lincoln.
What is the second most abundant element on Earth and the principal ingredient of glass?
Silicone.
Which NFL team has won the most Super Bowls?
Dallas.
Which Canadian province is largest in population?
Ontario.
Sauerkraut is made from what vegetable?
Cabbage.
Who was known as the Clown Prince of the Harlem Globetrotters for 24 seasons?
Meadowlark Lemon.
On the TV series, The $6 Million Man, who did Steve Austin report to?
Oscar.
Do you want to stop?
Goldman. Stop.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
That was nice.
Wow.
Look at that.
Now, here's
Fred,
the...
do you know what you did?
No, I don't know what I did.
Now, hold on.
Okay.
I don't know how the hell this gets decided. We haven't gotten this deep into the rules. You clocked in at 36 seconds, Ken.
Yes.
Fred clocked in at 36 seconds.
Yes.
You tied on time.
Yes.
You tied on the amount of right answers. He got 6 right. 5 right, and you got 5 right. The 2 you got wrong. The first United States president to die in office.
It wasn't Lincoln. I know
it's
that.
Harrison,
Right.
William Henry Harrison, which you got right.
I blanked out.
Yes.
The second one that you got wrong was what is the which NFL team?
I knew I got that wrong.
All right, so Ken got that wrong too. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
But they got
I
it
should've
wrong the
known
same way. They
Steelers.
both said Dallas.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Well, because America's team in the 60s was Dallas. I forgot that there was Pittsburgh.
So, Gary, is this a tie?
It is.
It is a tie.
Because there's no way to. It's about
Ken
the time.
money, Jesus.
Well, how about this? Fred said silicone instead of silicon. I mean, I know it's Howard Stern, but come on.
Well, come on.
Look, wait a minute. We go to George Takei.
On that.
Judge George Takei. How do you say silicone?
I call bullshit on that. I'm ready to give you the money. Fuck you.
We have to do a tiebreaker.
Can I be really honest?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I want to know how George says silicone.
Go ahead. How about a cock off?
Oh no!
Both take it out.
Who has the most beautiful cock?
Magic underwear.
George will judge your penis. Yeah, go ahead.
Forget it.
No, tell me, what is the rule here?
There's no rule. There's no rule.
There's no ruling.
The rule had always been that in a tie, the time would matter.
Yeah, I think.
But they both tied on time.
I never imagined this, but I actually think that we need to go to a sports clock with hundreds of seconds, which has never happened before.
How about a dog eating contest?
There are tiebreaker questions there. There are additional questions, but I don't know how you do them.
But I don't think we
give Ken the money.
Here's what we
I
can.
think we
here's what
should
we
give
can
him
do.
the money.
We can write down our answer. You can say it. I'll write mine down. He'll write his down, and we'll just hold it.
All right, tiebreaker.
Oh, Fred needs to know.
Let's do the manly thing. Let's do the manly thing.
Fred needs to know.
Now, where are you going, Fred?
I'm going to go
to get a paper.
You're getting a paper. Okay, good. All right, Ken, can you believe this guy tied you?
That's crazy. He was great.
How brilliant is Fred?
He knew Oscar. What can I say?
Yeah.
He's great.
Wow.
Why is Fred not on Jeopardy? That's what I want to know.
Fred, go over there.
We've always said that.
Unless because we don't want.
He won't take the test. I'm
not gonna. We don't want you to cheat. Why don't you go on Jeopardy?
Because they haven't asked me.
Well, they got to apply.
You got to try out.
Do it as a real contestant, Fred.
I mean, I'm impressed.
I didn't do real Jeopardy. I did rock and roll Jeopardy.
I know. I'm just impressed with Fred. No one's talking about you.
There you go. Let's do it.
All right, here, I'll write down your answer, okay? That's the fair way to do it.
Fred's writing, there's no question.
You're already writing, Fred? That's awesome. Then Fred wins. If you got the right answer, you win.
No seconds.
Okay, if either of you guys know this, you're fucking genius. Okay, here we go. On what ship did Charles Darwin serve as a naturalist during a 5-year voyage in the 1830s?
Wow, they're both writing.
We're done, I think.
Hold on. Let's see.
I like this answer, too.
Fred, hold up your answer first. What does it say?
HMS Beagle.
What does yours say, Ken?
Also the Beagle.
The Beagle. Wow.
Wow.
Lord. What the fuck is
All right, how far are we going to go with this, Howard?
Let's keep going. How long are you guys on the air?
Ken, what did I do wrong in school that I don't know any of these answers? I mean, what went wrong? Fred, you're impressive.
HMS Beagle. I thought that was whoever picked that question was very funny because they know Ken eats dogs.
I always remember the Beagle is the most delicious dog.
With a great bark.
Okay, if you guys know this, God bless you. But here we go. Second tiebreaker, because we're in a tiebreaker situation.
I say let's leave it a tie.
Yeah.
Why?
And have a rematch.
Yes.
Don't you want to know who wins?
I think they both have been superior.
I could throw you one more idea, Howard.
Yeah.
We could take a break, and I could give you 7 new questions, and we could play the game again.
Really?
Nah, just leave it a tie.
Leave a tiebreaker.
I'm up.
We got to get out of here sometime today.
Whatever you guys want.
All right, break, and then 7 questions again.
I can't take it.
We'll be back right after these words. Did you think it was going to be that close?
I thought I was. When I only got 5, I thought I was done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought I was done. I thought he was going to get 6.
Jeez, I'm amazed how you guys do that.
It's crazy.
I have no ability to pull out information quickly like that.
Yeah, the speed is
There's got to be a mechanism in your brain.
Yeah, it's. I'm not even aware of it. It's just how stuff gets filed away.
How old are you now?
38.
Do you notice any diminishing of that? You do?
Yeah, I was on. It was 8 years ago. I was on Jeopardy. I was better then.
So you think you were in your prime when you did that?
Yeah, good thing I went on young, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, because I know that. I don't feel as quick.
Starts to go, right?
Yeah.
That's sad.
But I was never like you guys, where I could pull out that kind of information.
That's good. You got an alibi when you know.
Yeah.
As you get older.
Okay. Yeah, I used to be able to do that. Okay, so let's try this again. We're sitting with Ken Jennings. We're talking. He just released a book. It's called Because I Said So. It's available now. And also for a list of Ken's book signings, you can go to ken-jennings.com. So, Ken, do you have a lot of fans? I mean, do a lot of people show up at the book signings?
Jeopardy groupies?
No kidding.
They're all 80-year-old women, but it's still cool.
You could get them probably.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great.
Most of the people who saw me on Jeopardy are probably dead by now, but...
Were you a guy who got married young in life?
I was like 25. That's young.
25. Do you dread the fact that you could have remained single, won Jeopardy, and then you would have been this high-flying bachelor who...
all the nerd girls on the internet throwing themselves at me.
It would be amazing. Is it true that after you won the millions of dollars on Jeopardy, that Senator Harry Reid approached you about running for Congress?
That's true. Because I lived in Utah at the time, and I was getting calls from Senator Reid, from Chuck Schumer. They're all saying, "You got to run in Utah. You're a Democrat who can win in Utah." And I'm like, I'm not going to win.
Maybe you could have won. Were you a hero in Utah? Were people like really identifying that you were from their state?
Yeah, it was a lot. I think there was hometown pride, but I still don't think that would have made Utah vote Democrat.
But I still think people would have thought of he's so intelligent. He's probably going to be a great public servant. Like it probably would have worked.
To me, it's crazy. Like this is what's wrong with America. If a guy wins enough on a game show, you're like, hey, you should be in the Senate. What the hell? You know?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, they figure you know something. It's impressive. All right, so listen, if you're just tuning in, this is crazy. Ken Jennings is here. He's playing Fred in Win Fred's Money. So we figured you're just going to beat the pants off Fred. I don't know why we lost confidence in Fred, but sure enough, in time, 36 seconds, you tied. You both got 5 out of 7 questions right, and remarkably, we played a bonus tiebreaker round. You guys tied in that, and now we're back to 7 questions again and playing Win Fred's Money so we can see
It's like Jeopardy. We're on a streak.
It's crazy.
We're gonna do this 75 straight times. I'm not for it.
Gary, anything you want to say?
Good luck to everybody. This is very exciting.
All right. If you guys.
By the way, I never lost faith in Fred. I thought he'd do fine.
Me neither. I've always bet on Fred.
I did. I thought he'd lose. I'm surprised.
Fred's the real deal, man.
Fred's the real deal. He proved it today. Why he's working on this show, I don't know. All right. Here he is, the spectacular winner of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings, and we're going to play Win Fred's Money. Who did Helen Keller dedicate her autobiography?
Annie Sullivan.
The disposable razor blade, instead of the existing straight razor, was whose brainchild?
Gillette.
What positions make up the battery in baseball?
Pitcher and catcher.
For more than 1,000 years, 794 to 1868, which city was the capital of Imperial Japan?
Kyoto.
A group of porcupines is called what?
I don't know. Pass.
What is the state bird of Texas?
Meadowlark.
What famous Wild West legend did Martha Jane Canary grow up to be?
Calamity Jane.
That's so
done. Pass. No,
okay.
I'm not going back.
35 seconds. You're locked in now. Well.
And how many right?
Well, let me count up here. Let's do the math. I asked you, who did Helen Keller dedicate her autobiography to? You got that wrong.
Oh.
It was Alexander Graham Bell.
Interesting.
What did you say?
Annie Sullivan.
Anne Sullivan, her teacher.
Not good. You got the next one right. Gillette was the disposable razor answer. I asked you what positions make up the battery in baseball. Pitcher and catcher, absolutely correct. For more than 1,000 years in Japan, Kyoto, absolutely correct.
Kyoto.
Excuse me. I apologize.
You know, George is sitting right back there to catch you.
A group of porcupines is called what?
No idea.
He didn't know.
Who the hell would know? A prickle.
Oh, nice.
A prickle?
Fred's not going to know it, though. I feel okay.
Okay, you're confident.
Fred will know that.
What is the state mockingbird of... what is the state bird of Texas?
State mockingbird.
Sorry, what is the state bird of Texas? It's a mockingbird. You got that wrong. What did you say?
Meadowlark.
Meadowlark.
No, that's 3 wrong. And then you knew Calamity Jane. Is her name Jane Canary or Canary?
I think it was Canary.
Canary. Okay, that's what I said. Good. So Calamity Jane, you got that right. So you got 3 wrong, but you did it in 35 seconds, which is a rapid time. It's quick.
I don't know. I don't feel good. I think Fred's got this.
You do?
Yeah. Those are tough, but I think Fred's got this.
All right, let's see. All right, Ken, take a seat.
We'll only know once Fred gets in the seat.
So we're not going to tell Fred what you did because that'll help you with the game. You know, why should he know?
Yeah, game face is on.
Right. Fred, I'm not going to tell you again how Ken did. As you know, Ken is a Jeopardy champion extraordinaire. You managed to tie him.
Yes.
Not only
Twice.
But now we're into the 3rd round.
All right.
We all want to know who's going to win. There are 0 seconds on the clock.
Congratulations, Ken.
I don't think my heart can take it.
All right. Robin, very nervous for some reason.
Too much suspense.
Here we go. Who did Helen Keller dedicate her autobiography to?
Anne. Oh, fuck. I can't remember her last name. Go ahead.
The disposable razor blade, instead of the existing straight razor, was whose brainchild in 1895?
Gillette.
What positions make up the battery in baseball?
The infield. The pitcher, catcher.
For more than 1,000 years, 794 to 1868, which city was the capital of Imperial Japan?
Kyoto.
A group of porcupines is called what?
A herd.
What is the state bird of Texas?
State bird of Texas, Roadrunner.
What famous Wild West legend did Martha Jane Canary grow up to be, or Canary?
Annie Oakley.
All right, do you want to go back to anything? Stop the clock. You're at 47 seconds. Our friend Ken did it in 35 seconds.
He got it.
And you got 4 wrong. He got 3 wrong. So he is the winner.
He is the winner.
Very close.
Very close.
I'm not embarrassed.
No,
I'm not embarrassed.
You should go hang your head in
Are you kidding?
Go home.
Why should you be embarrassed?
Ken, what do you think?
That was no, he did great. That was amazing.
Yeah, but you beat him, and you are.
Those were really, really tough questions.
You are more arrogant than ever, aren't you?
No,
You beat Fred. You won Fred's money.
I got to say, this was more exciting than winning all those games of Jeopardy put together. But I'm still humble.
You know, you are a great champion. I see how you don't crack under pressure. And, you know, I was saying to you in the break, the way this information comes to you so rapidly has got to be a genetic thing, like that you and Fred share. Because you not only have this information, but you recall it like that.
You pull it up, yeah.
And I asked you during the break, I said, how old are you now?
I'm 38.
38. When you were on Jeopardy, you were what, 30?
29, 30.
29, 30. Does that ability to pull information out quickly diminish as you age?
I think it does. I feel like I'm a step slower than I was then.
So you feel you were in your prime at 30?
Right.
29, 30, like it was amazing.
We need to get me and Fred, like 29 years old.
That would have been great.
That's right. By the way, I didn't tell you this. Fred is not human. He's a robot. And he has
I tried to tell him.
So to beat a robot is pretty good.
Yeah, this time beat the computer.
Yeah.
Well, you got to give Fred credit for being older as well.
Well, if it's true
I
that...
don't have to take any pity, George.
Fred,
you're not 31.
Fred, do you feel time diminishes that ability to recall?
You know what? It really, really does. Because
you do feel that?
Absolutely. Because there are times now when I'll go, you know that thing, the remote.
And you can't quite pull it up.
I see with my dad. My dad's nice. Every minute he's like, who's that guy?
But I will say, if you start like doing like trivia and things like that, it actually kind of keeps your mental acuity there.
You have to exercise it.
You have to exercise your brain.
That's true.
When I played chess, they said that actually helps you, retain memory and stuff. You a chess player at all?
I'm not, but I do crosswords. They say like they did the thing with the nuns and they played crosswords. They didn't get Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
so.
they say that. Right. Can you do the New York Times crossword puzzle? Get them all right?
Oh yeah, like Friday, Saturday. I'm pretty good crossword.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it takes me half an hour for a hard one. So.
I can get like maybe one answer, and only if they use me as a clue. All right, listen, Ken Jennings.
Does Fred want to know the questions he missed?
He can do that on his own time. Do you want to know, Fred?
Sure, why not?
All right, let me get him out of the garbage here. I was so disgusted
it means
with
nothing to you.
Well, Ken probably knows the answer.
I threw them right out, to tell you the truth. Okay, let's see. Fred got the autobiography of Helen Keller. You both got that wrong. Do you know what it was? Alexander Graham Bell wrote the. She dedicated the autobiography.
I would have thought she dedicated it to the lady that showed her how to.
Anne Sullivan is what you were looking for.
You both gave the same answer, but you both had it wrong.
Right.
Gillette, you both got that right. Pitcher and catcher and the battery in baseball, I would have had no idea of that. You both got that right. Kyoto.
Nice.
Correct. You both got that right. Both of you did not know what a group of porcupines is called. It's called a prickle. A prickle?
No shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was something cute. I was going to say a pack something or herd.
You both fell apart on the state bird of Texas, which is a mockingbird. You didn't get that right?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought mockingbird was Florida, but I guess they share birds.
What bird did you say it was?
He said a roadrunner.
A roadrunner. Oh, okay. And the last question
killed me.
Ken got right. You did not. It's Calamity Jane.
Yeah, I thought you'd get that one, Fred.
You know what? Because Annie Oakley was, I don't think that was her real name either. So
it was a good guess, by the way. What famous Wild West legend did Martha Jane Canary grow up to be?
That makes sense.
That's Calamity Jane. And Ken pulled that out of his ass.
There you go.
And if you're smart, you'll wear magic underwear. Because you would have won. Ken, proud of you, man.
Thanks for having me. That was fun.
And it gives me hope for the future that there are guys like you running around, you and Fred. It's awesome. And
they're not running around in the future. They're running around now.
It shows you there are still people around who have this kind of
when we're gone, we're gone.
Genius. The $5,000 prize that you won, Ken. Again, more money in the pot. And Ken Jennings' book, Because I Said So, is available now. It's sort of a mix of trivia and
it debunks myths and theories.
Myth-busting about parenting crap.
Yeah, for example, the crust in the bread isn't any more nutritious than the who told me that?
Of it.
Ralph got a hold of me and goes, you should just eat the crust. You should just eat the crust. And I've been doing that ever since.
You've been taking crust off the bread and just eating it?
Yeah. You're saying it's the exact same nutritional value.
Right. It's it's the same stuff in the rest of the bread. It just got cooked a little more.
Give me another example of things Ralph has told me that aren't true.
I don't know. Let's see. They say that your parents always say, don't sit too close to the TV. That's bogus. Your eyes are fine. It doesn't matter.
Is that right? It doesn't ruin because sometimes when I'm watching even my mini iPad and stuff, I worry maybe my eyes are getting...
You'll get temporary eye strain, but if you just look away, it goes away. There's no permanent problem.
Right. And there's no radiation coming off the TV or anything?
Nothing. You're fine.
Oh, I'm going to sit close to the TV.
Yeah, there you go. just like Quentin said, watch it on your iPad mini right in front of your...
Give me one more. I love these kind of things. One more example from your book. Can you think of one offhand?
Yeah, your parents always say... what do your parents always say? Oh, you got to drink 8 glasses of water a day, and that's bull. It's that's actually too much. It's dangerous. If you get too much water, it'll mess with your brain.
And isn't it hard work on your kidneys too? I imagine all that water passing through.
Yeah, you should just drink when you're thirsty, not like there's not some certain number of glasses you got to have.
Didn't that get started with like Weight Watchers? Because they used to say if you want to lose weight, drink a lot of water, it'll fill you up. Maybe that was where it all started.
I think so.
All right. And all this nonsense that people say black people have an extra bone in their ankle, that's ridiculous, right?
Your parents said that to you?
Not in
private. Yes. Howard, the blacks have an extra bone. What? All nonsense. You debunk it all.
That's right.
All right, good. Ken Jennings, we look forward to reading your book. And for a list of Ken's book signings, a lot of people show up, 80-year-old women sometimes, and want to have sex with you.
Throw on panties?
Really?
It's like a Tom Jones concert in Barnes & Noble.
It's awesome. Go to ken-jennings.com for more information. Great meeting you, man.
Thanks
Way
for
to
having
go.
me. It's a pleasure.
That was fun.
A lot of fun. Robin was way too nervous. You know, she wet her pants during this. She got so nervous.
It's very awkward. That happens on Jeopardy all the time. Don't feel bad.
Last time that happened to her was during a Rolling Stones concert. And you're like the Mick Jagger of Jeopardy. Good for you, Robin. That shows you. You're not jaded. I like that. Let's just say that what? We'll be back right after these words with Robin's news and, of course, the great George Takei right after all of this.
Can describe Fred Norris as a competitor, because you've been through the gamut on Jeopardy.
Tough competitor, man. Like, it's really nerve-wracking watching somebody else play after you, because you got no control anymore, you know? At least on Jeopardy, you're all playing at once. But here, it's like, you know, Fred could kill me here and I could do nothing.
You're just watching that clock and you're waiting.
Just praying.
Right, exactly. What's it like going from a situation where you're dealing with a host, more of a straight-laced host like Alex Trebek, to an interview with a game show mixed into it with Howard Stern? What's this experience been like for you?
I feel like Howard and Trebek have a lot in common. Like, if Trebek retires, I think if Howard wants the job, it's his.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Sure.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about having the game in, what a great guest he was, how pissed off my son was that he couldn't come in to meet him, how the game told me I fucked up by not letting him come in to meet him, and then people took a bunch of calls and said, why is a white kid from Connecticut acting so black? All on the wrap-up show.
Gary, I know Lucas was just hounding him to come in so he can meet the game, and Gary said no, and like any other teenage kid, if you have them, they'll keep asking and asking and asking, thinking that eventually you'll wear down. And Gary, like me, is a pretty nice dad and will try and do all they can for your kid. But at a certain point, you got to say no, and Gary did, and got to hear about it when the game came in.
It was a topic of a conversation. First of all, I've told Lucas, there's two people that if they ever come on, he can come in, which is Eminem and Jay-Z. He wrote book reports on Jay-Z. So, but even that, it depends on what's going on. So it was a school day. I have a long day here today. If I'd have brought him in, he's done. Now what am I going to do with him the rest of the day while I'm going to lunches and having meetings and stuff like that? But the answer was no, and I'm telling you, John, I had this conversation with him no fewer than 7 times from Thursday to Sunday. And so yesterday while I was on the elliptical, he came to me, and I snapped at him. I was like, dude, when does this end? I go, no is no. You've asked me 7 times. Stop it already.
Did he stop?
He harumphed out of the room. And then he went upstairs and he told Mary that I was a dick. Or something like that. That I was being a dick.
Hey, Mom, Dad's being a dick?
Something like that. Dad's being a jerk.
Now, do you feel bad after today, considering the way it went down?
No. Here's 3 unknowns. Well, here's 3 things. First of all, I didn't want to take him out of school. Second of all, like I said, I had this full day. But most importantly, I don't know the game. I've never met him. I don't know whether this is something he's amenable to or he might be annoyed by. Howard's very protective of his guests. You don't let people come up and take pictures. Now, I could have called Howard over the weekend and said, hey, Lucas is really into it. And I know that Howard could have worked it into a bit. Like, hey, I got a kid here who's a big fan, to bring him in. But I just didn't think this was the right day to do it because I didn't know the guy that well. And I also, like I said, he needed to be at school.
Were you surprised Howard even brought it up?
I was shocked. I mentioned it to Howard in passing this morning for like a second. And Howard brought it up. And then, I mean, it was funny enough that the game was like, you fucked up, Gary, you fucked up. But the best part was at the end of the interview, he goes, shout out to Lucas.
Now, that's going to make Lucas's year, I'm assuming,
Oh, my
right?
God, yeah. I mean, he's going to freak out.
So are you now the good dad because this happened, or are you still...
Yeah, but like what I was saying on the air, it was like, okay, I know I can't come in. I'll call and speak to him in the green room. I'm like, says who? Then he's like, I'll give you a note. You'll give it to him. I'm like, you know, says who? You're making this shit up. He's like, okay, tell him I said hello. So I go, okay, I'll tell him you said hello. And he goes, you're not going to tell him. I go, no, I'm not going to tell him.
Josh, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, hey now.
Hey now.
Yeah, Gary, I think you absolutely did the right thing. You know, it probably would have been okay, but who knows? You could have opened up the door for Howard to spend the next hour berating you. You know what I mean?
Well, I would have never, I would have never brought my son in without talking to Howard about it, and I would have said, I mean, it's happened in the past. I think one of my favorite ones ever was Scott's son, who's, what is he, like 30 years old now? He was a big fan of the Mutant Ninja Turtles. Do you remember this one, John?
Yes, but you should tell
it was Corey Feldman was on, and he said, oh, it would be great if one of the Ninja Turtles would call my son. So they call Scott's son, and one of the Ninja Turtles go like, have you ever seen your dad naked? But we've had times where people have brought their kids in, if you ask, because Howard has a great way of working it into the bit. It's funny that a 15-year-old white kid from the suburbs is a huge fan of this stuff.
But you feel awkward asking, and you should feel awkward asking. I mean, they're here to talk to Howard, not to talk to you or your kid.
Right.
So it's a weird sort of circumstance, but the game I thought was a really good guess.
Holy crap. I mean, I looked at the notes on him, and we got pitched him, and I said to Will, I don't know much about this guy. So Will comes back to me, and he goes, just on these preliminary notes, we got to have him on. So Will's full notes were, murders and drugs and gangs and everything. But when he talked about what it's like to get shot, I knew he had Howard. Yeah. Howard loves that stuff.
Well, he was a fantastic guest. He was very honest. He was very blunt about a bunch of different things. But not just the game, but when rappers come in, they have this level of respect for Howard that you can sense.
I was talking to the woman from the record company. Howard has... The reason why I think rappers love Howard, and most rappers do, is because Howard's seen as an outlaw. And I think they see themselves sometimes as outlaws, working outside of the confines of the music business. And Howard's the ultimate outlaw. Howard's been doing it for 30 years, was doing it when they were kids, telling the FCC to go fuck themselves. That's their perception of Howard.
And the game, no matter what Howard threw at him, he had an answer for it. Whether it was his upbringing, dealing with jail, getting shot, dealing with confrontation. And Robin brought up the point, it seems like you still deal with it the way you did when you were growing up. And he's like, yeah, it works for me. And
right.
And at a certain point, I thought he got a little pissed off at Robin. Did you sense that?
A tiny bit. I also like the whole thing about, hey, are you going to see somebody, going to see a shrink? It's like, yeah, I did that when I was like 12.
Dan in Cincinnati, you're on the wrap-up show.
Gary, you should be ashamed of yourself for raising a wigger. Did he wear his baseball cap sideways and his pants halfway down his ass?
No, he doesn't do that. But he gets in the car and he says, can I plug my iPod in? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to be the good dad. Some days I can't take it. He plugs it in, or he puts on Shade 45 or Hip Hop Nation or any of those stations. And it's like, even my brother was joking around when his son went through it. It's like, how many N-words, fuck yous, and blow me's does this song have?
Yes, Steve Brandano.
Yes, as a former wigger myself, Gary, it's very hard to raise a white kid in the suburbs and not have him go that route.
But what is that? Like my older son, he buzzed right by that.
I don't know, but me and all my friends, for us, it was like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and we loved it and thought we were black and talking about NWA and all that stuff, and I don't know, it's just something that you go through.
I know, and it really is. Like, I try to be the cool dad in the sense, like, I'm not big on language in the sense of I don't want him to use bad language, but I'm not one of those people like, oh, you heard the F word, that's it, it's all over for him. So, we get in the car and it really is like, fuck you, nigga, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, God,
It's got a good beat, though.
On the other hand, he's turned me on to some good music that I would not usually listen to.
Who else around here do you think went through that stage?
Well, we know Sal did.
Yes, Sal may still be in that stage.
Right. He was Cool the Candy Rapper, and he was the head of the Beastie Boys fan club. What was the name of it again? Like Ultimate Beast?
Beastie Nation. Was it Beastie Nation? Oh, Sal, tell us. John Lieberman?
Probably. Teddy. I would think Teddy would be.
I swear I was not. No.
Never?
I told you, I liked The Chronic. That album was good, but my parents wouldn't. My father would literally hit me if I listened.
I believe Will Murray.
Yeah, somebody told me Will Murray. That is a shocker.
Right, Ted?
Will gets down with some rap, and JD too. The two of them, they know their rap.
Yeah, JD does. Jason, I know Jason's a big Jay-Z fan now. Anybody?
You, John?
No, I never went through that phase. Although I guess I like Run DMC and De La Soul and bands like that, but I never took on the whole persona, I guess. But yeah, I want to hear what those guys have to say. Did Scott Salem ever go through a phase like that, you think?
That music had not been invented when he was a kid.
888.
Scott was a big fan of race music.
Lewis, you're on the
78.
You're on the wrap-up show. Hey, Lewis.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, I was just wanted to congratulate, Gary on not letting his kid, going in there with the game and all that shit. Because, I mean, I'm getting tired of all these little white kids listening to this rap music and thinking they're gangsters out here, I live in the South, and we got an epidemic of these kids, out here thinking they're black, trying to pretend they're from the hood. And it's like, dude, you live in a rich area, and then you act like an asshole out here. They're going to get shot, They're going to get shot when they meet real dudes that don't play around, and it's a good thing that Gary doesn't push that. On top of that, y'all need to stay away from that, teaching that Eminem is like the king of rap, because he's totally lame. He cries about his mom on his records. I mean, that's fucking lame. And this whole epidemic of white kids thinking that he's the best rapper is even worse too, So, and another thing, just a quick thing, as far as that Mexican singer that died, I wonder if this is going to affect Howard's thoughts on traveling, because that girl actually died traveling to host the show, The Voice, the Mexican version of The Voice, and she was actually going to film that. That's why, and they told her not to go. I think there was bad weather, and she flew over there, and that's how she died. So I'm curious to find out if that's going to affect Howard and his whole AGT things and traveling and shit.
So Lewis brings up two topics.
I'm not even talking about the second topic.
Yeah, the second one I don't think we're going to broach, but the first one, are you concerned that you're not raising your child right?
No,
based on what Lewis has to say here?
I think I find this like any other kind of music that you're into. It's like a phase that you go through. Like I was into rock music when I was a kid, but I went through the punk phase. That's how old I am. And so I wasn't a punk, but, you go through that stuff. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. He's into the music. He goes to school. He's not taking on some crazy lifestyle. He's not wearing colors and carrying a Glock.
Will Murray, Gary found it very surprising that you're into this type of music.
Tell me about it, Will.
No, absolutely. I think, like you guys were saying earlier, every kid goes through it. I think my age and moving up. Yeah, one of the first albums I ever got, Two Live Crew, Boys in the Hood, Ghetto Boys, NWA.
See? Will's there.
Early Ice Cube before he became an enormous pussy. Wu-Tang Clan, all those guys. I grew up with all the, those are what we all listened to.
My nephew went through this phase, and I remember he lived down in Texas, and he wanted to go to the Wu-Tang Clan store, which was on Staten Island. I remember my father taking him there. My father goes, it was like in the worst neighborhood. And they went to the Wu-Tang Clan store so he could buy Wu-Tang jackets and shirts and shit.
I wonder who is into it the most, though. Would it be Sal? Lieberman?
I would like to know what Lieberman... I know he rapped when he was younger, but I would love to know his influences and what got him there.
Robert in Denver, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Gary, there's nothing wrong. You're doing nothing wrong with Lucas. He's going to be perfectly fine when he grows up. I just think people blow this out of proportion. I even hate the term wigger. I'm a black guy in Denver. I listen to rock music, am I a white guy? It's just music. The thing is, nowadays, rap is rock and roll. They're the rock stars like The Who and all them were back in the day. So the kids gravitate to what's cool, and what's cool is rap music. You may not like all the lyrics, but it's amazing to me that people listen to it and don't worry about, well, why are they so angry? And try to look into that aspect. They just think it's a whole bunch of angry black people for no reason. I think you're doing a great thing. I think actually you did a great thing not bringing them to the studio. To me, even though I'm a big fan myself.
Well, thank you, Robert. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with letting somebody listen to music. It's probably the way people you shouldn't let them listen to that, or probably the same people who said you shouldn't let your kids listen to Elvis.
Well, if you told him not to listen to it, he'd listen to it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and by the way, they have more tools to listen to it now.
Yes.
You know, they got the iPhone and their computer. I mean, back in the day when you said don't listen to Elvis, I guess you had to go under your covers and crank up the record player or something.
Well, Murray, the game delivered, huh?
He was awesome. Yeah, very honest and angry dude, and it was great.
Hi, this is Jason, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we got into the fact that Sirius and Ross Zapin did not allow Fred to take his daughter to the One Direction concert here. Howard was livid, said heads would roll and people would pay, and I kept the fires flaming on the wrap-up show. Check it out.
Early in the show, Howard spent a lot of time yelling about Fred not being able to have his kids see One Direction.
We were still talking about that. That's why I was late. We were still talking about that after the show ended.
Oh, Howard's still fired up?
Well, because word had gotten back to Howard that somebody that works here was yelling at me in my office, and I explained that he wasn't yelling at me, that he was just passionate about the conversation, that there's two sides to both stories. And then somebody goes, well, all I know is the door was closed and I heard yelling. And so it's just like it's turning into, I'm in the middle of this thing. And the person that I'm dealing with, I keep saying it's really not about you. You're because he doesn't get to make that decision. But somebody here is taking it very personally.
Why would that person take it so personally?
Because they run a lot of the events here, but I don't think they get the final say on who gets to. Howard and I were talking that there is a lot that goes on here that's very behind the velvet ropes. Like you can't come to this, you can't come to that, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on times where some people are excluded. And this person was trying to explain to me that, hey, when you have a person of Oprah's caliber or like the mania that's going on with One Direction, which will be over in 6 months, that everybody wants to come. And so it's hard to accommodate everybody.
Is it the situation where the person you're talking about feels like they're doing all they can, but their hands are really tied in this situation? Or are they sort of defending this is the reason why?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. But also, like, hey, I put on the event and it's unfair to me because I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I don't know, but Howard was really pissed.
And he's still pissed.
I know. Well, this morning when we were in there, the second he heard about it, you knew it was going to be,
I was bummed because it came up on the wrap-up show or something when I played in the clip, and then Howard got fired up. And I have that 20 minutes, and if he's going to be spending 4 minutes pissed off, then it throws me off track.
Yeah.
But I got to let him have his emotions.
But, I mean, his argument comes more from there are a lot of people who work very hard here on the talent side of things. And when it comes to this type of stuff, the corporate side of things gets rewarded versus, if you keep your talent happy, everybody's going to benefit.
I agree with him to some extent. I agree with him on that. That, I don't know. It's always sort of, I feel now more than ever, there's two worlds. There's the Howard Stern show and the rest is Sirius.
Mm-hmm.
But, listen, we do have a compound that's key carded that no one else can get into unless we say so.
That's true. But there's the relationship. Well, I don't know. It's
deteriorated.
Yeah.
The relationship is deteriorated. It really is, we're an island now. And I think Howard's feeling that and not happy about it.
Hello, Ralph Sorella.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. I think that whole thing with New Direction and
One
Fred,
Direction.
not One Direction, whatever. Like, thank God I don't know. When I heard that Friday, because we were there, and it was like presidential lockdown. God, it was ridiculous. It's such a slap in the face to Howard. I mean, because it's really, that's what it all boils down to. Because you say no to Fred, you say no to Howard. Fred is just as responsible for the success of the Howard Stern show as Howard in a lot of ways. And how insulting. I was shocked when I heard it Friday. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like,
wow.
wow.
You should have heard Ross Zapin defending it this morning. He thinks it's the greatest move in the world. Oh, you don't know how much stuff Fred asked for. Yeah, Ross, we know what side you're on.
But there's a lot of, listen, I want to get started with Ross, but there's a lot of people there who forget that they might not have a job if the Howard Stern show didn't come to Sirius. What was it, 600, Gary, how many subscribers?
400,000.
You think One Direction is going to come to a radio station with 400,000 listeners? I don't think so.
But you're right, Ralph. Howard
knocking out XM, and then, there's a lot of ego involved, and, like you said, it is an island now. But, boy, what a shame. I mean, people take a step back and realize, how can you insult Fred like that?
It wasn't an insult to Fred.
You're right,
you don't know.
Ralph. I think your assessment is right. It's as much as it hurts Fred, it's a slap in the face to Howard, and that's certainly how Howard's taking it, and he's going to push back on it, rightfully so.
And Ralph's right. It's the sort of the bigger shame is we all arrived with such promise, and I remember like our first days here, and that's all gone. It's all sort of disappeared.
Well, it's completely gone. But I also felt bad for Fred on a personal level of him having to say no to his daughter. It's like, this is a cool thing that he should be able to do for his daughter, being in the media, and this is coming in, and it's like, and he has to say no to her, and that must have just been a horrible thing as a father to. I don't even have kids, and I can relate to that.
I said this years ago when I first had my kids. I remember I used to spend my whole life scrambling to get great Bruce Springsteen seats, and then when your kids are born, you're scrambling to get in the purple circle at the Barney concert because it just means so much to them. And you want to do the best for your kids.
Those Barney tickets were tough.
They were fucking tough to get.
To give you the other side of the serious coin, it's funny when this stuff doesn't work out. Like when Paul McCartney or One Direction does something, like they send out memos, you can't come to this, blah, blah, blah. Don't even ask. And then I remember they had a Toby Keith concert a couple years ago, and they sent out a similar memo like that. And then the afternoon of the concert, I got frantic phone calls from several people here at Sirius begging me to come and bring whoever I want to the concert because they couldn't fill seats. I was like, yeah, now you need me.
Gary, do you think this can be bridged in some way? Do you think it can be repaired, or are we on a road that you've been down before?
This road. That's a question he knows the answer to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this road is we're like in the Indianapolis 500 at full fucking speed. There's no turning back, and. I mean, if you could read between the lines, it's about Fred and his daughter, and it's about so much more than that.
This road is like True Lies. Remember when they're crossing that giant bridge and the plane comes down to shoot at and completely destroy it?
Who makes $23 million? Howard threw that number out there today.
About who?
I don't know. He just said, hey, you're making $23 million a year, and you can't let Fred come into the One Direction.
I don't know.
Is that Ross?
No.
All right. Thanks, Ralphie.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Scott Salem. Scott declares that there is no black cloud. He bowled 300. People remembered his birthday. Things are looking up for Scott, which means it'll turn very quickly. Here's how the conversation went.
Scott the engineer bowled a 300.
There was a funny thing going on around here. He put it up on this website that we use internally, Moldred. And somebody made the point, let's just ignore it. And so we all sort of were.
And it was going to be ignored until Lieberman went in with the news story.
But it's a huge deal.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Scott. And Howard offered to buy that gold ring for him.
Which is how much? $1,200?
$1,200. And I don't think Scott was fishing for that.
He wasn't.
But he didn't exactly refuse it when it was offered to him.
You got to give the obligatory, no, that's too nice.
Did he give the obligatory?
No. He goes, Howard goes, I'm going to buy it for you. He goes, that's awesome. Thank you.
Scott Salem, what do you want? I saw you run down here. Congratulations on your 300, which was being ignored by everyone, but it was actually came up today.
That's all right.
Now, did you not refuse the ring when Howard offered to buy it, or did you say thank you and accepted his offer?
I said thank you, and I accepted his offer.
So you didn't even give you didn't even fake taking out the wallet.
No faking.
Oh, my God, Howard, that's too much.
No, I really appreciate it.
That is awesome. That's really awesome of him to do that. And it's awesome to have the ring. I know it's bowling. It's not like a cotton bowl ring, but still, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's everything to Scott. I mean, he spent so much time bowling. He's gotten really, I'm sure he's come close before, but to get that last, that 10th frame and hit all those 3 strikes, that's a pretty big deal. Major accomplishment. Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you. That's awesome. I mean, it's really, it's great. Now that, it never happened in league, so I'm really like, I'm still in shock.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was telling John I used to bowl a lot when I was a kid, and when I was 15 years old, I bowled 8 strikes to start a game. And when I got to the 9th frame, the entire alley had come to a halt, and there must have been 150 people behind me watching. My legs were weak. I mean, that's a lot of pressure, man.
Did you get any lucky breaks, or did you have it the whole way?
I got one on the 11th. It was. Like I said, it was kind of like an iffy ball, but I got a lucky break. The other 11 were perfect.
Do you feel 12? Isn't it 12?
It's 12, but
right.
I threw 11 perfect ones.
Now, do you feel like I know? Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Do you feel like things may be turning around? That the black cloud is drifting away? And
there it goes.
Sunnier skies loom.
Yeah, I mean, I never really felt that there was a black cloud, but, things are looking very good now.
Well, that's not true. You came in and said, you talked about something that happened with your mother and your family, and you said that your mother told you there was a black cloud.
I said my mother told me, but that doesn't mean that I believe that it would happen to me. I mean, she said it was over the family.
So you've never subscribed to the theory that your life's under a black cloud?
No, I don't. I really don't. I have a great family. I have a great job. Bad things happen in everybody's life. Did they happen to me more? I don't think so.
I think this is what I think. I think Scott's right. Where the grand scheme of things, he doesn't have a black cloud because he's got a job and a family and everything like that. I just feel like good things and lucky things don't happen to Scott often, or as often as they do to other people.
Did everyone forget your birthday?
No, not really. No one forgot it.
Wow, things are turning for you. I'm happy for you.
Howard
really.
walked in and he remembered. Even the first thing he said was "Happy birthday."
12.
Well, yeah, and 60 years old.
Oh, you're 60?
60, yeah.
Big 6-0. And a perfect game, but wow, things are looking up.
I know.
You're only 60. You got a ton of time.
I can bowl
ahead
now
of
in
you.
the senior tournaments in the next bracket, so it makes it easier.
Are you going to bowl in this upcoming tournament?
I would love to bowl, and if we can work out the schedule again like we did last year. I don't know what our show schedule is yet.
We don't have our show schedule, but I got to back it up for a second. You're 60?
Yeah.
When I met Scott, he had a baby.
My baby's 27 years old now.
When I met Scott had been out of work for a year, had worked at like WPLJ, WABC, was happy to be working and had a baby. That I thought that was a young person.
How long have you worked on the show for, Gar?
A long time.
Yeah.
But I don't look at it that way. I know.
I understand. It's all relative.
My son was born on the same day I found out that I got the job here in the show. So yeah, I mean that was good luck.
No, I can't believe that.
It's a long time.
I really can't believe that Scott's 60. So you're older than Robin, right?
No,
Did she just turn 60?
She just turned 60 also. We were born the same year.
I'm working with all these old fuckers.
Ronnie, I see you over there. Early in this show, Gary and I were asking Scott, why didn't he say when Howard offered to get him the ring, he just took it? Like he didn't say, nah, it's okay. I'll, do you think, did Scott do the right thing there?
I don't know.
No.
I started to sound like JD.
It was a gift. I thought it was very gracious.
Yeah, I thought it was nice of him, but Scott will jump at anything for free.
No,
I'm seeing a bunch of people on the phone that's saying that you can get your 300 ring for free, and then there's a more expensive one.
I said that you can they give you a really cheap one for free, and there are different levels that you can upgrade to, and
the $1,200.
The gold one is the best one you can get. Is John Lieberman said it was 12. I thought it was like 1,000. I don't even know what it cost really.
Gold is so tacky. They make like a white gold, or
they make
titanium or something.
Yeah, they make I was trying to find out what they make actually. They make a lot of them, so you probably couldn't order a white gold.
John, I was thinking World Series, Super Bowl, definitely. I mean, the 300 ring I think is a cool thing to have, but would you wear it?
If I was Scott, I would. I mean, he prides himself on his bowling. It means so much to him, and I think it shows the other bowlers that, he accomplished something that nobody else. Although, maybe it's like wearing your gold medal after you win an Olympic event.
No. Listen to me. I've seen Scott walking into that bowling alley, some bad music playing, the ring just glistening off the fluorescent lights. He's going to be the king of the bowling alley.
I said
nobody, nobody that I know that I bowl with who has a 300 ring wears it.
Right.
Howard said you have to wear it, I think, right?
Now he said I have to wear it.
Yeah.
That's part of the deal.
That's the deal, man.
I thanked him after the show. I thanked him very much.
I would get titanium, though, if I was you. Not gold.
Titanium.
But you know what's going to happen, John? It's even Will get sucked in. Like, we'll go to a party, and he'll be wearing it, and we'll be like, can I see your ring? Because you just want to see it.
Sure. Have you asked other people? Have you seen their ring
Is
at all,
it big?
Scott?
Is it big, like a Super Bowl ring?
Get old. I'm telling you, there's like 100 different variations. You can create your own 300 rings.
Well, how do they know? Otis has got a shitload of them. He's got like 9 of them.
Yeah.
But I've never seen him wear one once.
Jason's right. How do you prove that you got the 300?
Yeah, what do you have to send in your score?
Could I get a 300 ring?
Can I?
I bowled it in a league, so it's recorded score by the league in a USBC, United States Bowling Congress sanctioned league. That's how you get it.
So if I went on this website, they would not sell me a ring.
They probably wouldn't sell you the ring. That's
I
correct.
disagree. I think
guys, this year I said I wasn't going to get Christmas presents for everybody, but now I am. Everybody
some rings.
Everybody bowled a 300.
Yeah, I don't believe because you have to fill out paperwork. They have to actually document the serial number of the bowling ball.
What?
Yeah. To make sure it was legal in
bowling balls have serial numbers.
Every one of them.
What?
When I bowled
my whole life.
every one of them have a serial number.
You're kidding?
No,
they're all 0.
You can be disqualified if the wrong serial number is
actually, when I
reported?
bowled in a PBA tournament last year, I brought one ball that wasn't didn't meet standards. They wouldn't let me use it. Even though it was made by a reputable company.
Was it corked?
It wasn't a registered bowling ball.
Who knew?
It has to, all
and
the,
they check?
Is there anything
They do
low?
check.
Is there
Wow.
anything lower than cheating at bowling?
No.
Morning, Tiki. How are you today?
Other than a tad bit sleepy, all's good.
Are you nervous at all?
No. Should I be?
Well, I was going to ask you faced defensive linemen, linebackers.
How tall is
Howard?
Howard?
Stern. 6'5".
That might be a tad bit intimidating. How big is he?
He's pretty skinny, man.
Okay, then I can take him.
Good luck today, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, here comes Tiki Barber. Tiki's got a new business he's promoting.
Do you know Tiki Barber? Do you know who he was?
Yeah,
Or
I know. Listen, what do I know about football? But I'll talk to Tiki. He'll inform me. How you doing, Tiki? Good to see
And
you.
he has a twin brother, I think.
Tiki's
Did
got
you
a
know
brother. I don't know that much about football, Tiki. I'm kind of a girl, but no offense.
Robin's right. I do have a twin brother.
Rondé,
he's still playing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
doing all right.
Identical twin. Two good-looking guys.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Coming from you, I think that's a compliment.
Nothing sadder when you see a twin and it's two ugly dudes, you know. It's like, when
Oh,
they meet
wait
two
a
of those.
minute.
Yeah, well,
You know what I saw the other day, and I said, now this is a real shame. Ashton Kutcher has a twin brother.
Yeah.
Why did I not know that? Identical
He
twin,
must
or
be
is he
hiding
fraternal?
it. He's fraternal.
Oh, that's
and
why.
Ashton got the looks.
Are you fraternal?
No, we're identical.
Identical.
Yeah, we're what we call the freaks of twins, because fraternal twins happen pretty frequently, but identical twins, the zygote has to split, which is a genetic kind of defect. So if identical twins happen, something kind of went wrong, but obviously very right.
Did you hate being a twin?
No, I loved it.
In a sense, though, it's so I can't imagine having a twin. It's hard to form your own identity, and you're both football players. It's sort of annoying if you want to sort of carve your own life.
But the good thing about us being twins is that when we were young, we were very shy. So if I didn't know you, I wouldn't look at you, much less talk to you. So I had somebody
Really?
there to insulate me. So we had this. My mom used to tell us that we have this little twin speak, and it was really not twin speak. We were just mumbling because we knew each other's mannerisms, so we knew what we were saying, even though we weren't speaking anything audible.
Where'd
but it kept
you
us
grow up?
comfortable. Roanoke, Virginia, Southwest Virginia. My mom and dad were both Hokies at Virginia Tech. My dad was a football star there. They got divorced when we were about 2, and my mom raised me.
And your
down
dad
in
took
Virginia.
off, right? Same old
He
story.
did. It was in the late 70s. Those things that were going on around those times. My mom said, "I don't want that around my kids," and so he was out of our lives.
He was into drugs?
Drugs, alcohol, all that stuff. And so my mom kicked him out, basically, and we didn't see him again for, 10 years, 12 years.
You pissed off at him?
Not really. More indifferent. And even to this day, we don't really have a relationship with him because he wasn't there during the formative years of our lives.
What's he doing now?
Did he show up at some
Interestingly,
point?
he
Yeah.
did. He showed up once when we were in
Let me
7th
guess, when
grade.
you were famous and making millions.
No. My last collegiate game was against Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
And obviously his alma mater, and he showed up there, and it was a awkward interaction because I didn't know what to say to him. right? I know there's some relationship and connection that needs to be made, but I didn't know what to say to him. So fast forward, he got his life together. He got remarried, and he went to Oral Roberts University, and now he's an ordained minister.
But doesn't that make you angrier? Like in the sense that like, you got it together, and then you come to fucking
tried. No, he tried to reach
tried?
out. He tried. He came to a couple games because he's in Oklahoma. He came to the game we played in Dallas. I met my half brother. But
I bet he doesn't play football.
He actually did.
He did.
He did.
Was he a professional?
No. He was actually pretty good
So
in
he
high
kinda
school,
sucked.
but he blew his knee out, I think, his senior year, so he didn't make it. But they both went off to college. My half brother, my half sister.
Did you ever turn to your dad and go, "Hey, man, you really fucking blew it. You should have stayed with us."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're way better. We went pro.
My mom's doing all right now.
Were you the greatest running back that ever lived?
Hell no. You
No?
crazy?
Are you or
no?
not?
Not at all. You know what? I came into the NFL at a time when running backs needed to do everything. So they had to carry the ball between the tackles. They had to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. They had to be smart enough to stay on the field on third downs and protect your quarterback. And it was pioneered by Marshall Faulk. That era lasted about 10 years.
Teach me something, though. I think the running back's the dude who offensively has to run through all those other dudes.
Yeah, you do. But the game changed, right? So Marshall Faulk came into the league. He was this dynamic, super fast, athletic, but highly intelligent player who didn't have to leave the field. And with Peyton Manning in Indianapolis before he went to St. Louis, he was the second field general. He changed the nature of the position. I came into the league right on the heels of that. So it fit my style. I was smart enough. I was fast enough. I was tough enough to run between the tackles. But what quickly happened after I retired is that you started using 2 or 3 guys to fill that one role, and it's kind of changed the game a little bit because I think it's a competitive disadvantage.
Does it piss you off that when you were playing for the Giants, they never won?
We had some good seasons. We went to 1 Super Bowl.
Right, but then when you leave, they win.
Well, you know what? It's time for everybody. I was having this conversation with someone about Pacquiao, and he got knocked the hell out last couple days ago. Yeah. And Freddie Roach was saying everybody knows, right? An athlete, you look great. On field, you're still putting up great seasons. In the ring, you're still, you look fantastic. Your body's in great shape. But right? You know that you've missed that step, or if you've lost that step, and it's going to fall off the cliff pretty quickly. That happened.
Well, that
to me.
was the question about you, because did you retire too early? That's what a lot of people ask.
Fans think you retired too early.
From a fan perspective, probably, because I could have given you a couple of 1,400-yard seasons, and continue to get beat up and get more concussions or whatever. I could have kept doing it.
But the rumor was,
but I was done.
The rumor was
physically and mentally
that your ex-wife had put a lot of pressure on you to quit.
No, not at all. It had nothing to do with my ex-wife. It had everything to do with, honestly, Howard, being in New York. I didn't see you here a lot, but I was doing media for 10 years. I was right down around the hallway doing Sirius with my brother, and I took a trip to Israel because I met Shimon Peres, who's a former premier. I had lunch at the State Department with Condoleezza Rice. So all these other things were going, and they were becoming more interesting to me. Yeah. And so I lost a passion to do what I was, made a professional career out of, because I was getting beat up. I couldn't go home and play with my kids because my knees were hurting and my body was aching. And so I said, I got all these other opportunities. Let me do that. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't think we were close as a team to winning a Super Bowl.
So when you
and then a year later,
boom, it happened.
Because you're right. Don't you think your position as a football player is the second most important position on the team next to the quarterback? And I mean, you're going to get your ass slammed.
In a sense, yes. In a sense, because you can either take pressure off a quarterback or put a lot of pressure on him. And if you're smart enough and you're strong enough and you're tough enough, you give your offense a competitive advantage by being able to do everything. And that's what I mean. They've mixed up the offenses now where there's 2 or 3 guys. I think it gives defenses a hint on what's happening.
I can't imagine what it's like getting hit by that.
You're talking about, and the guys are bigger.
It's unbelievable.
Bigger, stronger, they're faster.
When you say your knees hurt, are your knees now better, or do you still wake up
with that? I have bone spurs in my right knee. At some point, I'm probably going to need a reconstruction, but I'm keeping it together. I'm still in good shape. I'm working out pretty regularly. Every now and then. So I played a flag football game last weekend with some folks, and we booked this through my new company, which we'll get to later.
We will get to, yeah.
But they were serious football players. So at this point in my life, I'm just an average weekend warrior. Right. So these guys were wearing me out, running down the field. And I woke up yesterday morning, and my knees were killing me. Yeah. My hamstrings were killing me. And, I think to myself, if I had kept playing, would I even been able to do that? Probably not.
So would you say to a guy in the NFL right now, hey, dude, use your head. Get the fuck out of here before before you're crippled.
Well, you know
what do you say to your brother?
Well, my brother doesn't get hit anymore. He plays safety and defensive back, and it's his 16 years in the NFL are a testament, one, to his resiliency, but two, he's smart. So he used to lead the team in tackles, right? He used to be, I'm the little guy, but I'm going to go in there and make 100 tackles a year. Now he's said, you know what, I'm going to be smart about this. Playing for a long time is much more important. But I would tell guys, especially to think. Right? Think about your life down the line, and especially given the brutal nature of the NFL and some of these issues that are starting to come to light.
Concussions and guys with Alzheimer's and dying, the
NFL has an existential problem in some ways, because if at some point we start saying X percent, whether that be 5, 10, 15, or 20% of former football players are dying unnaturally because of their time in the NFL, they've opened themselves up to a massive class action suit, but also the viability of the game is going to diminish, because you as a father or you, Robin, as a mother, are not going to let your kid play football. And so the best athletes aren't going to be playing the game. And so something needs to be done. I don't have a clue what it is, but it's starting to get troublesome. And
I was going to say it's already happening.
Well, it's happening, and it is evidenced by Javon Belcher, which we saw. Some of these things compound. So we don't know anything about his mental state. We don't know if he had mental illnesses. We don't know if his concussion from a couple weeks earlier had any effect, but we do know that he was self-medicating, that he was taking whatever it was, and he was abusing alcohol. He slept in his car, for Christ's sakes, the morning that he got up and killed his girlfriend, Cassandra Perkins. So there's something wrong there that the NFL doesn't quite have a grasp on. And then it's, you get 1 week later and we have the kid in Dallas who's drunk driving and kills his teammate. So there's something going on that the NFL has to get their hands on.
The business is so big and it's such a popular sport that everyone's just got to hide their head in the sand and just say, let's hope this goes away.
Well, here's the real thing. And the NFL, the NBA, sports in general, teams in specific are really just microcosms of the world. Right? There's going to be guys that have mental problems. They're going to walk into someplace and shoot somebody. There's going to be domestic abuse. There's going to be idiots that get behind the wheel after they've been drinking everywhere. But when it happens to a professional sports figure or just a professional, someone who has fans and the media pays attention
it's highlighted.
It's highlighted. It's going to get blown up. So unfortunately, all this stuff is kind of happening right on top of each other. And I think it's a wake-up call for the league and for all leagues in general, but more importantly for the players in the leagues. Everything that you do, someone's watching.
I feel like the players are sort of saps. They don't see themselves as entertainers.
Well, they see themselves,
and they don't go ahead and really hold the NFL to the. You guys should be able to make as much money as you can. Absolutely. You're entertainers. You're giving your knees. You're giving your bodies. You're the guys making the money in this NFL. You should be anyway. But the owners are really keeping an unusually large piece of the pie, and they should pony up and help the players.
And the good thing in the NFL, which is not true for the other major professional leagues, is that we have a pretty good pension, post-retirement benefits, which you need, because at some point as an athlete, you go through this stage of arrested development, may it be 15 or 16.
Do all the guys get that?
No. Well, yeah.
They get this pension?
If you become a vested veteran, that means you play
and how
3
long
games,
does that take?
3 years and 3 games. So which is often why you see a guy who's on the verge, he'll get cut. Because the team doesn't want to be responsible for that pension, and it's so easy to bring in another guy, a rookie or a free agent or whoever it may be. But as I was saying, there's an arrested development point. It's either 15 or 16 or 17 where you start getting coddled. You stop developing being a grown up. So how to pay your bills, how to take care of insurance, how to do these things that the average person in the world has to figure out.
And the players should get some sort of education because they will embarrass the league if they don't.
Howard, they do. And to the NFL's credit, to every team's credit, they do get that education. The problem is you just don't listen. Right? You think you're invincible.
You know it all.
You get behind the wheel of a car and you drive drunk because you know what? Nothing's going to happen to me. I get in an airplane.
It'll be taken care of.
Exactly.
And here's a guy's wealthy enough they could hire someone to drive him home from a bar or a party, right?
They should.
Yeah, they don't.
And there's entrepreneurs all over the world, especially in the world of professional sports. There are businesses that have popped up to do just that.
Right.
And it doesn't cost that much.
Right.
All right. It's $1,000 to have someone drive you around, an ex-police officer or even a current police officer,
and keep you out of trouble.
Keep you out of trouble to make sure that you don't get in that fight, that you don't walk around with a handgun, that you don't get behind the wheel of a car, that you don't do something stupid.
Is
and
the problem
beat somebody
that
up.
the career comes so easily to guys who are really superior athletes?
It feels easy.
It feels easy,
It feels
and you
easy.
don't. And then when it's gone, you realize,
You're
oh
right.
my God, I could have played this a whole different way.
You're right. It feels easy because you were given a God-given gift.
Yeah, but here, like
that works through that gets enhanced through unbelievable hard work.
Right.
And that hard work is fun. Right, but
Right.
But to the layperson, if Joe from down the street tried to do what that I did or any of these guys did to get ready, he would crap out and.
Oh yeah, what are the
10%
odds of
the
a
time.
guy making it into the professionals? Because
So
how many
small.
guys did you know in college who were great players who weren't good enough to make it in the pros?
A lot, half of my team.
Isn't that insane?
Three-quarters of my team, and
yeah.
even the ones that did make it, only 10% lasted.
Are those guys the saddest stories in football? The ones who get as far as college, they're really good.
No,
but they're
actually,
not?
Howard, those are the best guys.
Why? Because
You
when they
know,
get out, are they prepared?
Because they've learned all the principles of hard work, right? Of teamwork, of dedication, of busting your ass. But now you're not doing it professional, and so now you walk a corporate ladder. Right. You get in a corporate ladder, you have all these things that you've learned in an accelerated form because you played a sport, and it sets you ahead above your other peer who might not have that.
A lot
that
of companies
mentality.
want to hire a jock because all men look up to them,
Of
and they're
course.
either excellent salespeople or business
Exactly.
leaders, right?
You're telling stories that you can't, you're given an experience that you can't get anywhere else. I played in the Rose Bowl, or I played in the national championship.
A lot of
game.
companies will hire a guy who's had a great sports career because,
Absolutely.
hey, you know what? This guy, everyone wants to hang with him. We take him out and we
you
have
think
parties.
about it. A lot of companies they're just commodities, right? You could choose one company or the other. So you want to take the one that you like the best.
Most
right?
fun, yeah.
Most fun. This guy is going to, he has access to tickets to, the Jets game or the Giants game, or he can speak to this or that and the other. He differentiates himself. So that's why athletes who don't make it actually have a leg up on their peers.
As a New York Giant, you had a lot of goodwill in the sense that, hey, you're a great player, people love you, this and that. So when you retire, you become critical of Eli Manning. You know, you're an honest guy. You said, screw it. I'm going to talk about what you felt that Eli wasn't playing up to snuff.
It wasn't even about him playing up to snuff because he was gradually and almost exponentially getting better every year after year after year.
But you were frustrated with him. Because,
of course I was.
Yeah.
Of course, because I was 31 years old and at the end of my career, and we were starting Kurt Warner, who was leading us on a great season, Eli's first year, and then we replaced him. And all of a sudden, now at 28, 29, I'm starting over with a rookie quarterback who's we know he's going to get there, because he has the pedigree, but I'm going to miss it. Right. And I kind of felt I was going to miss it. So here's what happens. So I leave the game, obviously, as we talked to and alluded to earlier. I get right into media, going to work for the Today Show and Football Night in America. My very first show, and it was a preseason show of most people did not even see it. I guarantee you, 95% of the people who say, "Oh, fuck Tiki," he's whatever, did not even see what I said or heard what I said. 2 days go by. Whatever. It was a stupid comment. Right. I was trying.
What was the comment you made?
I was saying that Eli's leadership skill is because the way he talks and the way his manner is, it's funny. Right. It's not. I'm not
He's
saying
awkward and
I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. It's entertaining. Right. I mean, we shoot basketball in the with our tape balls after we did our ankles, and we try to shoot it into the the trash can, and we'd always be rejecting each other and stuff like that. One day I'm shooting at Eli, butt ass naked, comes and just rejects it right in my face. I'm like, what are you doing, Eli? But it was funny. Right. But that was how he engaged with folks. And so I said, Eli's leadership ability it's like comical. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Right. I meant it to be funny. It didn't come off that way.
But wasn't there a
2 days later? 2 days later, whichever one of these beat brag guys goes to Eli and says, "Tiki said your leadership ability is comical."
Oh, dear.
Right. It was taken out of context.
Taken unbelievably out of context, and he responded to it.
What did he say?
Tiki's made that transition. He's in the media. He doesn't, he's forgotten. Whatever it was,
He
it
took
didn't matter.
offense.
It created two silos. My silo, and Eli Silo.
Did you call him?
I called him the next day.
And did you get a hold of him?
I did not get a hold of him. I called him the next day and
Right.
said, Eli, I apologize. That did not come out the way it was supposed to. I did not mean any offense. You never heard any of that. You never will.
So you left that on a voice?
Did you
I left it on a voicemail. I saw him subsequently, and we were fine. It became a media storm for a week, 2 weeks. And then they go through the season, the ups and downs of that 2007 season. We all remember it. They were playing horribly at the end of the year, and then they hit that spark.
Right.
They
gelled.
They exactly.
Pulled it together,
They played the New England Patriots in the preseason and the regular season. End of the season, they lost, but they hung with them. Right. And it gave them confidence and an ability, a belief that they could play with anybody. They carried that through the playoffs and then beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Because the Giant fans booed you at some point.
They
because,
still boo me.
Yeah, right. Because they consider you a guy who retired too early. They're mad at you for protecting your body and retiring too early.
Exactly. And I missed the Super Bowl.
And
so the correlation doesn't make sense.
Well, the fan thinks you hurt the team by leaving early, and then the fans were even more elated because you left early, and then they won the Super Bowl without you.
Of course.
So you're the enemy.
They can hold it above me. It's like a Shakespearean play.
Are you hurt by that? Does that affect your life?
Not really.
When you walk around the street, do Giant fans say to you, "Hey, Tiki, fuck off"?
No, actually, Giants fans say, "I appreciate what you did for us." I think time has made them realize, you know what? I was just a great player. And the only thing that ever hurts me is when people are ignorant and say things like, "You sucked," or "You were horrible," or whatever that diminished what I accomplished as a player and what I did for the New York Giants for 10 years.
Do you think that also when you're a broadcaster and you suddenly have a show to do and you have to make commentary, you have to fill up time.
But you know what, Howard?
So
people didn't do it. People didn't do it before I did it. Right? They didn't come out of retirement or
you
retire.
were the first.
I was one of the first, really. They retired and was critical. I wasn't a homer. If you asked me a question, I was going to give you a truthful answer.
Right.
And people should have known that because I did that when I was playing.
But didn't you find, too, when you were a broadcaster, I find this a lot. I'll do a show, and then suddenly I read in the paper that I said something outrageous, and I read it, and I go, oh, my God, did I even say that?
Yeah, you're right.
Like, you're trying to fill airtime. Yeah. You're trying to keep people engaged and entertained.
You're right. You have to.
And if you care about your job, you have to keep the dialogue going.
You have to talk. You have to give something interesting because otherwise you're boring and people are just going to switch the channel.
I mean, yes, you could have easily not said that about Eli Manning, even as you were saying, yeah, it was kind of comical.
But it was insignificant. That's my point.
That's right. Yeah. And yet it's always something like that that blows up in your face,
of course, it always does, and especially when you're new to it and people are looking to be critical.
You know what people said to me? That your broadcast career, Strahan got your career.
Strahan's different, though.
Is he?
I mean, people may say that.
Strahan's on a roll. He's working with Kelly Ripa.
But it's a different world.
But you wanted to be more than just a sportscaster.
Absolutely. Michael Strahan, and you know, as an aside, I love Mike, and I love what he's doing with Kelly and Michael for one reason. Well, two reasons. One, because it perfectly fits his personality.
Right.
He's an entertainer till the day he dies. But two, it's an African-American face.
Right.
And personality on national television.
Which was shocking, actually. That
absolutely.
Kelly Ripa chose a black guy.
I'm still shocked.
I still can't fathom it.
So Michael.
No jealousy of him, though?
No,
I was going to ask
that's
you.
not what I wanted to do.
Here's what my perception of your broadcast career was, that you wanted to be more than sports.
You're absolutely
that
right.
You're an articulate guy.
You hit it on the head.
A handsome guy. You got everything going for you. That you wanted to be, like you could have taken the contract
You wanted to be
at Fox.
a broadcaster, not a sportscaster.
Yeah,
exactly.
You could have taken your contract
Robert.
at Fox and just done sports.
Yep.
Which you're adept at doing. You know the game.
It's easy.
Right.
I mean, it's easy, but it's not challenging to me. And I've never been someone not to take challenges.
So you left Fox where you were making, I don't know, what, like $13 million or something crazy?
I wasn't making anything. I don't remember what I was making. I was working one day a week.
But then you took the job with NBC, right?
Yep. I was probably making a couple $100,000 a year.
I see.
And then when I retired, I had a choice.
Right.
Stay at Fox.
Go ahead.
Do Fox News, Fox Business, and Fox NFL Sunday, which was on the West Coast.
Right.
Or go to NBC and do something that no one has ever done, which is jump right out of a sport and go right into broadcast network television on the Today Show, which is something I've always wanted to do.
Did you feel you were in over your head when you went on the Today Show? Because, I mean, it's not like sports you've been practicing since you were a kid.
A little bit. But, and also, and the difference with Fox News is that I basically was on Fox News and I was just myself. Right. It was like have an opinion, be informed, and just talk. Right. You know, you got to probably lean one way or the other, but whatever. Right. Just talk. Be yourself. Have an opinion. NBC was more structured. It's more of a, we're fitting into this, 3-minute block. You have to say this, and this, get it said, and be done.
I got to tell you.
And it didn't fit me.
I did the Today Show recently. I was interviewed by Matt Lauer when I signed up to do America's Got Talent. And I was shocked when I was sitting there, like, what a machine it is.
It is a machine.
It's like an well-oiled machine. It was like broadcasting, and I don't know.
They hardly have time to listen to you for hitting those marks.
I was actually very impressed. The way, like, Matt walked through it and went to the state. I mean, but it is you can't just jump into that.
And when you go see it, you get enamored with it because it's like, wow, this is so clean.
It's cool,
right? It's like just they are on the money. Someone's saying in their ear, you have 3 seconds, get out, and they get out, perfect. And that's what I wanted to do. I just wasn't qualified to do it, and I didn't learn it the right way.
Did you get canned for because of your controversy with your wife?
No, not at all. I mean, we were leaving. We were getting out of the contract anyways because we knew it wasn't right. Right, it didn't fit my style, so we had already backed down.
Were you criticized on the Today Show as not being prepared or not being the guy?
No, I mean people wanted to say that, but it's nonsense. It's revisionist history. I was always prepared. Whenever I had an interview to do, and I did some great interviews while I was there, they were fantastic, and I think everyone would tell you that.
I was thinking about you. Maybe a year is your sort of weird thing. Like if you had waited a year and just stayed with the Giants, you would have been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right. But maybe not.
If you wait, now
you
listen to this.
That they wouldn't have been there.
I understand the whole controversy. You got married to a new woman. It was perceived that when you bailed out on your wife when she was pregnant and everything.
That's what the New York Post says, at least.
Right. If you had waited a year, all right, your wife gets pregnant. You're in love with another woman. Wait a year. It would have been a bitch, but you wait a year, let her kind of get established with the kid. You had a divorce, nobody would have held you.
It's hardly worth talking about because the perception is there, and it's hard to change it. I was in a bad marriage, Howard. It is what it is.
Right.
And for a long time. I was out of my house in 2007, 2 years before I actually got separated again.
Right.
I was asked to leave.
Right.
I left. We were just going to get a divorce.
Right.
Yes, she was pregnant. It sucked.
Right.
Because she was pregnant. It sucked.
Right.
4 months later, one of the scourges of the earth ends up representing my wife and decides
the lawyer.
4 months later, decides to blast it all over the New York Post. And here's when I stopped believing in coincidences. Because that first story was on my birthday. And I believe that they thought it would just go away.
Right.
No, we're going to embarrass him. We're going to force him to settle and come to our terms, which were ridiculous, by the way.
Right.
And I'm not that guy.
Had you settled with your wife, given her whatever the hell she wanted?
We tried. We tried.
So you think it was about humiliating you and ending your career?
I do. I do. I honestly do.
Well, how is that a good idea for her?
I just cut your nose off to spite your face. I have no idea, Robin.
Because it's hard to recover from that. I mean,
it is.
The perception
Howard,
of Tiki Barber
I didn't do anything for 2 years.
Wow.
I literally didn't. I sat on my ass and.
Were you depressed?
Absolutely. I literally would wake up, have coffee, maybe eat some breakfast, and watch television for 18 hours a day. Would hardly leave my apartment.
Yeah, that's what Robin does. What were you watching, by the way?
I love that. So I watched every episode of Cheers.
Right.
Every episode of Roseanne.
Right.
Every episode of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
It sounds like heaven to me.
It was for a while.
I love doing that.
I caught up on Dexter. I wasn't into Dexter.
Dexter's great.